Start up.
God damn it. All right, man. Take two. But listen. Hey, man, listen, guys. This is Popular Ignorance. I'm your humble, gracious, highly favored host, D-Lo 816, man. To my left, I got my girl Bree.
Hey.
To my right, I got our special fucking guest, Mark Quation. What's going on? How you doing?
What's the deal?
Hey.
Y'all know I'm in the
Hey, you already know.
Y'all know I'm here. Like I don't need no introduction.
No,
Y'all know.
I see you over there. I see you, my brother. I see you. How you doing?
This is for my people. I do this for the culture. Look at me.
I am the captain now.
Let me tell you about the story of Wakanda.
Hey man, it's time to get ignorant, man. We know we been waiting for this shit all week.
How y'all week, man?
Ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
All week. Thank you for the likes and the shares.
Yo.
Keep following, keep sharing.
Keep going.
Hey, keep following, keep sharing, keep liking. Tell everybody, tell your mama, tell your mama's mama,
y'all been
tell your auntie and everything.
Y'all been tapping in, so keep tapping in, keep liking,
and
keep
make sure
sharing.
y'all comment so we can read y'all comments as we go through.
Definitely.
Make sure you tell a friend.
Because y'all influence.
We want y'all opinions too.
Yo.
So without further ado, you do what I'm saying, man. Look, hey. So I know, like, if y'all been following me on Facebook, y'all know, like, I recently went on a little rant. You do what I'm saying, just because, like, I just needed some answers. You do what I'm saying.
We started already?
Yes.
Starting already?
Yes. I just needed some answers. You know what I'm saying. I would just sit back. I would just sit.
Bro, cause y'all on bullshit, man. Y'all on pure bullshit. I'm not rolling, yo.
So man, I was just sitting back thinking, like, bro, I remember one time I was trying to tag this one bitch, whatever. You know, Facebook asks you what's on your mind. You do what I'm saying.
First minute.
So, you know, I kind of,
Yo, let me 5 minutes in, y'all bullshit.
so you know, shit. I had to tag my man. You do what I'm saying. Hey, but look, I ain't throw you. Hold on, listen.
No.
I ain't throw you under the bus.
But you tagged me in.
Nah, I ain't
Tell
throw
them
you
what you tagged me in.
I tagged him in the status.
You technically did because you tagged them in the
No,
status.
Tell them what you tagged me in.
Listen,
Tell them
I
what you
tagged
tagged
him
me
in the status, like, you know, like, I was just like, I remember one time I was trying to tag this one bitch, but my boy D-Lo told me,
it's a no-go.
that her coochie stink. Shit, you do what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't say who the bitch was, though, so that's why I ain't throw you under the bus.
It's funky.
That's how I ain't throw you under the bus. But at the same time, I know you're a man of your word, and I know the people been wanting to know who the bitch is. You do what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So pick that. I gotta tell the story first. Because I feel like she gonna get taken out of context. Like I was trying to fuck.
How's it gonna be taken out of context if her pussy stink? That's plain and simple. Then you can't be.
No.
It's high school days.
Because if he wasn't trying to fuck and that pussy smelling through the pants,
I
that's a totally different situation. That's now if she pulled her pants down, y'all was about to get to it, and she knew that motherfucker was fat, but you just walking around with that motherfucker stinking. Slopping that.
Bro, it smell like garbage truck juice.
And you just
I'm not even that you know what? I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna double down on it. I ain't no whole ass nigga.
Bullshit.
Ask your questions. What's up?
Who is it?
First of all,
who is it? That's the only question.
Sir, I have to tell my story.
Everybody.
I gotta tell my story first.
Look,
I gotta tell my story first, man. So, this is like my sophomore year, maybe my junior year in high school.
the best years.
Best fucking year. It's like my sophomore year, like that sophomore summer going into that junior year. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful. Oh my god.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Like you outside all night, nigga hooping like. This is beautiful.
It was a nice time to be alive, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Get along with the story, though.
But carry on.
All right. So
this is the point, and here you are.
We might have to switch over, folks.
Oh shit. That's got
sure.
That's got
Somebody go on live and see if it's.
Hold on, guys. Might be having some technical difficulties. Give us 1 second.
One moment, please.
It seems like it's running all right, but it's looking good.
Yeah,
we're running pretty good.
that we live.
Oh.
Now we infrared.
Oh, anyway, back to the story. So,
we good?
nigga, so, okay, so, at my nigga Deontay house or whatever, right?
Right.
Oh
My
Lord.
nigga Tyrese over there. I gotta call people in this because like they was
No, you
there.
trying to catch
went-
everybody up.
You
with
trying to call everybody in
It
there.
was like it was a couple of witnesses to that stank.
You know what I'm saying? So,
They can vouch for me.
Oh man.
so like my nigga like you know what I mean? Like my nigga was over there cuddled up with Shorty. And like I don't know what was really going on under the covers, but I smelled something. You dig what I'm saying? And the smell wasn't.
It was foul.
It was funky. It was smelled like open ass.
Feel like open ass.
Like 10 homeless niggas sitting there.
Oh, and she do got a fat ass.
Like 10
bro.
homeless
That's
niggas
crazy,
sitting there
bro.
butt fucking or some shit like. What the fuck is going? What the fuck is this smell?
Y'all motherfuckers making curry in there.
No, all of us are in the room together. Like we all in there chilling. Like niggas is watching movies, like shit, chilling. Like niggas like this, cooling and shit. Oh, damn, Denzel about to really do that shit? Man, that's crazy to the motherfucker. I can't believe you did that shit.
I just want to say thanks for telling me.
What the fuck is that?
I just want to say
So
thanks
then-
for telling me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so then my nigga Dante like, yo, you smell that, bro? I'm like, yeah.
No.
Like by that time, Tyrese's head is from under the covers, so he's like, oh damn, I'm telling my nigga. So anyway, by the time my nigga head out of the covers, he like, oh shit, nigga. I'm like, nah. Shorty in there too, so it's like so many motherfuckers. I'm like, hey yo, my nigga, check me, make sure I ain't musty, no shit, nigga. Hey, is it me? Make
So
sure it ain't
at
me.
this point, y'all doing a smell test, and she knows it's
Yeah,
her.
smell test, Jack. Everybody.
I would have.
Somebody
She thought she slick.
Somebody stink. Somebody
I don't know
stink.
who the fuck that is, but it ain't me.
Bingo.
I know how-
That's exactly what you said.
Hey, I
It
just
ain't
want to
me.
know.
I
I just want to know how
You got
to.
me fucked up. I don't even smell like that. Like, pussy.
But you do.
So listen.
She knew when she
So
came.
Toriana, I'm. Damn.
Did you say? Oh.
If you didn't catch it, he ain't gonna say it no more. There
No,
it was.
no.
There it
Fuck it,
was.
it's out there now.
It's out
Yeah.
there now.
So, Toriana. It's out there now. Fuck it. Sitting there looking like, nah, it ain't me.
Hand me that white piece on the ground.
I'm like, listen.
Man.
I need that.
I'm like, listen. If it's somebody.
What the
Okay?
comment?
It's somebody.
What's the comment?
It's somebody, and it ain't me. You dig what I'm saying? And it don't smell like nigga in this motherfucker. It smell like bitch. It smell like stinky bitch. This motherfucker.
I'm Rashay.
So my nigga Dante got a big ass can of Lysol and a can of Febreze and get the and threw that bitch.
Didn't do nothing.
Didn't do a
nothing.
motherfucking thing. That stank through the house.
She was strong.
Yo.
That stank through the crib. Her mom.
She must have had gym last
Listen,
hour.
Dante mama got home, right? Dante mama got home.
Messy for sure.
Dante mama got home and was like, listen.
Pissed.
I don't know what the fuck that smell is. You little niggas is running this bitch like a fly pass and it's not about to happen. Okay? It's not.
Y'all motherfuckers
thought
better,
y'all was
y'all
in
better
there
clean
getting
this shit. Y'all better smell nothing but
My
My
pine.
nigga, when I
bitch.
tell you we spent the
It's a
entire
one
Saturday fucking cleaning, it smell like pine saw and Fabuloso all through that bitch. You dig what I'm saying?
All
That
because of
nigga-
one bitch.
That
I already
nigga
know.
Dante was about
My
to be
nigga.
homeless.
It smelled like electric boogaloo in that motherfucker.
Hey, I just want to know, how do y'all women feel? You do what I'm saying? Like just like knowing, just knowing. You do what I'm saying? Like,
You do everything.
no, I want y'all to like.
You do
I want y'all
everything.
to like. I want to know. I need some answers. Like, I want y'all to say, like, let me know. Because this shit needs to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, we too old. We too
Should
grown.
be
It's an
Christ.
epidemic of
Big,
stank
bro.
pussy bitches out here, and we need to listen. We need to get together.
I'm
The Red
pressing
Cross, the
charges.
Army, and the Navy.
Yeah,
We
I'm
need to
damn
come
near
together
about
and
to start.
find out.
I'm damn near about to start calling the police on bitches, bro. Like, if you really want to keep it, what I'm saying.
Fuck
Because,
no.
bro, that shit not what's up.
I
bro.
can't speak to.
Why pussy
Before
stink?
I can't speak to why the pussy stinks or why she doesn't know. Some bitches don't know that.
How
How you not know?
How do you
know.
not know?
Because you know,
Right.
so wait, no, so you know people who have they don't specifically stink, but they smell like their house. Like if people have dogs, they smell like their house.
They get adapted to
so
it.
they get adapted to the
But you
smell.
don't get
If
adapted
you've
to
had,
stank pussy.
you can't.
Stank pussy is stank
listen
pussy.
to me. Listen to what I'm saying though. If you have had that same stank pussy since you hit your puberty, you don't know that motherfucker.
Hey
is
y'all,
supposed
make
to-
sure y'all hit that share button.
You don't know that motherfucker is supposed to smell different than what you're already smelling. Because you're smelling your own pussy all day. Because it's right there.
God.
Listen, if y'all pussy clean, please share, like,
Share,
subscribe,
like, comment.
please. ASAP.
First of all, you are gonna know that your vagina stink.
Bingo.
Period.
See what I'm saying? High five. Because she don't want to tell what the fuck she talking about.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about, sis,
I-
That
but
pussy stank. How you not smell that motherfucker?
you
That's
smell
what
it.
I'm trying
You
to
smell
say,
it
like-
first.
If
You
it's
got a
your-
piss. Like you sit down
When
You
you
walking
go
out
and
knowing it smell
you
like that.
Get on that toilet and you urinate. You smell that. It go boom right there.
And
you
if that's
smell
the
it.
only
Oh, I gotta
smell
shower.
that you ever
Oh.
smell, if that's the only smell that you've ever smelled, you
I just
smell
can't,
like
bro.
your
I
mama
just
smell
can't.
No,
like that.
because
They
if
don't
a
You're
know.
supposed
woman,
to know any difference.
if a woman is very in tune with her body like she's supposed to be, she'll
Right.
know. That's
Right.
why a lot of women know when they have yeast infections, when they have UTIs,
Right.
or when they have STDs.
Right.
Trust me, they know. She knew her vagina stink when she walked up in
True.
that place.
But again,
So there ain't no
this is
ifs
the
and
question
buts
that I'm
about it.
continuing to ask. If this is the smell that you've had your entire life, how do you know any difference? If
No,
nobody's
I
teaching nobody's telling you that it stinks.
Them people really don't fuck with you if they don't tell you.
Do you hear? You have no real friends on your family.
That may be
No one
true.
really loves you.
That
You get
is
around,
very
hey,
true.
you get around the wrong niggas, they turn into E40 if they smell something.
Hold on, wait a minute, bitch. Why your pussy smell like this?
I've never had.
Martell, tell me
D-Lo.
where to go.
Hit that E40 one time on them hoes. Ooh. Do it, cuz.
Like, nah, I'm not.
Keep
Let
that
me
shit.
sober up a little bit.
I know bullshit, man. No, I'm sorry, Clay. Go ahead. What
You
you
know,
saying?
you know we fresh from an intense gas session. You get what I'm saying?
And then the first topic being about foul ass coochie.
But like, what do you do to prevent that? Though? Like, what do y'all do? Like, do y'all dish?
I
Let
wash
let
it.
the
Actually, this
people
is
let the
actually
people
unhealthy for a
know.
woman.
Depending on the woman,
That's
because it may not be bad. It may be bad for your vagina. Everybody's vagina is different.
Working
So-
in the medical field, I can tell you, is not healthy for a woman.
And my mom works in the medical field, and she says it is. So
It's
I mean,
not. I work
different
with-
medical
Yeah.
professions.
I
will
just-
tell you different.
don't get it.
I work close with
Why your
her.
pussy smell like that? Soap and water ain't never
It
failed?
actually,
It has-
Right.
it actually enhances the infection instead of getting better.
So you
if you
telling
have
me?
an infection. But if you don't have an infection, if you're after your period, if you dush once, it's not gonna.
The
all it
best-
does is clear your vagina.
The best remedy for your vagina is soap and water.
Right.
Y'all
So
hear
just
that?
Water, water.
Y'all hear that?
Water. You hear
Clear
me?
water in a dush.
You got the
Because if you
coronavirus
use-
going
if
on
you
and shit.
Do y'all hear that?
If you use that Dutch, all it's gonna do is enhance down there.
My
It's
little
gonna
brother
make
on
it
this
sink. It's
motherfucker.
gonna make it worse.
What's up, bro?
D-Lo, tell me about your worst encounter with stank pussy. Since we being messenger.
No, so let me let.
And I want names, nigga. I want names.
All right. Listen.
I'll tell you next, nigga. Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
On the rocks, please.
My bad. D-Lo, go ahead, man. Your worst. Your worst.
Shit, it was simple. You do what I'm saying? I mean,
I like how you so chill about it.
bro, cause I don't got time, bro. I don't play games or none of that shit. You do what I'm saying? Well, let me tell you. So, all right. So, I'm in my place of employment. You do what I'm saying? You do.
Okay.
You know how I get down. You do what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
I can
so
I already know where you're
I ain't gonna even get into the specifics about that, but just know that that's where I was. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
say shit about that.
And then,
Because
bro,
you're a working man.
so I'm in there, and I'm in the room with the bitch. You do what I'm saying? Getting knocked down. You do what
Was
I'm
it fire
saying?
though?
Yeah, it was legit. You do what I'm saying?
I'm talking about like no. When I say fire, I mean like on a scale of 1 to 10. Like what is it? What we talking
On a
about?
scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
That's decent. That's decent. Cool. That's cool. That'll get you through the day. That'll get you through the day.
So thank you.
It ain't failing.
You know what I'm saying? It's not failing at all. It's a 7. It'll get you through the day.
It's alright. You know what I'm
See your
saying?
OB. It's an underline problem.
But go ahead.
So then, she was like she was trying to get me to stick it in anyway. You do what I'm saying? But I didn't want to. Like I
I'm
just
good.
wanted the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Relax.
Oh wait.
Please, ma'am.
So she just was like, come on with this and this. I'm like, man, all right, man. You know what I'm saying?
She finessed you out the dick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
She
yeah,
talked you into it.
I'm like,
Shut the
man,
fuck
all
up.
right, man. You know what I'm saying? So then,
Hey,
So
Tanaya.
I don't really want to, but let's do this.
yeah. So I bent the bitch over. You did what I'm saying, bro? Like it was a
Dude, that's
table
the
in
that's the
there.
worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah!
that back shot there,
Bro,
nigga.
bitches back shot there be shaking, bro. Like no dead ass, bro. And, bro. So yeah, I bent her over, and so like you know it's kind of dark and whatever. So you know I'm trying to like trying to feel it, like you know what I'm saying, you know.
I dig it.
In the midst of that, I didn't even get a chance to stick it in because in the midst of that, like nigga, I got attacked with like some type of like hazardous gas.
An aroma, nigga.
Yeah, that wasn't an aroma. Aromas tend to smell good.
Bitch, you got an insect going.
That was some whole other different type of shit. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit.
Man, you got time for that shit. Now.
Tell me what it smelled like, G. Like what was the aroma?
It smelled like syrup, fucking. It smelled like syrup, fucking just.
So aquarium
Yeah, it
rocks.
is.
That's what you're telling me, my nigga. Like, have you ever like had your mom had a fish tank back in the day that she never had fish in?
My
Exactly,
grandma
my
had a
mom.
fish tank, but we cleaned it out, and
Motherfucker
we
just
had a
got fungus
turtle,
and shit
and
in.
he had rocks and shit.
Ooh. Aquarium
stank.
rocks, nigga.
The steak.
That's that back shot.
And that's what you
That's
bitches be
another-
out here smelling like turtles.
Turtles.
Like, that's what the fuck I be smelling
like
like.
warm turtles,
They got
nigga.
that
Shut
And
the
that
fuck
shit
up.
is not okay, bro. That shit's not what's up because you need.
Can we get another spritz? Just let y'all know. Just
Montel.
Hey y'all, make sure y'all keep liking, y'all keep sharing. We finna keep getting.
You want me?
Hey man, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing,
Because we finna keep getting ignorant. You do what
Man,
I'm
please,
saying?
exactly. Keep getting
But
ignorant.
this shit, y'all need to be stopped. Hey, I want y'all to know from now on, I'm calling the police on all you
What?
bitches, bro. Like y'all for that
Before
shit.
you host the government.
Anytime I'm finna crack buns, bro, and I can smell you and you don't smell good, I'm calling the police, bro. I swear to God.
Oh, Montel. Yeah, you nigga. What's the worst stank pussy experience you had, ladies? Y'all about to be next too. But worst stank pussy experience you
I
had?
don't deal with niggas who balls.
Well, mine was.
I don't deal with niggas who balls.
Never really happened.
Hey.
You said what?
Niggas are funny.
What's your worst? What's your
Go
worst?
ahead.
What's your worst
I'll let
stanky
you say
pussy
yours.
experience? I want names.
I didn't fuck her, but
I want
this,
names.
her shit was.
Wait, matter of fact, no, stop.
Shit, wait.
Give me a name, nigga. You finessed your way out of that. You finessed your way out of that shit, my. Ooh, D. Montel, thank you for stopping.
What was her
D-Lo,
name?
what's her name?
What was her name? Fucking
Now this nigga got amnesia.
Nigga, you dig what I'm saying?
Nah. Because when I figure her name, I am gonna tell y'all on God.
What's her
I
name,
just
bro?
can't think of the bitch name
I
right
gotta
now.
meet-
Because I had just met the bitch. You get what I'm saying?
What?
You know how that shit goes.
I'm aware.
Y'all know how that shit
I'm
goes.
aware.
What was her name? It start with a D. I can't think of the bitch name.
Ooh, this might be one of y'all cousins.
I just want to see.
Go ahead.
Please. Don't let it be my cousin, because I'm calling my ass right now.
Denaria, that was her name.
Denaria?
Yeah.
What's her last name? Like Jones?
I don't know
Something
her
like that?
last name.
Her last name gotta be Jones, nigga.
Tiger.
Denaria Jones, nigga.
I don't know her last name.
Denaria? That's like, that sounds like
That sounds
STD.
venereal.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Like
I
S-
can't.
Montel.
Viagra.
Hey, bud.
Oh yeah, so go ahead
You
though.
said Viagra?
So tell us about your experience, Montel.
I never had like sexually. I never had a stank pussy.
You bitch ass nigga. You just sit there and said.
I
didn't fuck her, but I was.
So what happened?
This bitch, her pussy, her name was Alexis. It was in
Alexis.
college.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in college.
What's her last name?
I don't know. That bitch shit
Niggas ain't
stank.
shit, yo.
That
Niggas ain't shit, yo.
Cause you didn't
Foul.
say your
I
last
mean,
name.
that shit was
God.
foul.
You
Like
didn't
this
say
They
that.
bitch,
said in the comments.
niggas, bruh.
Marquise Jones said I might need to be. Oh wait, I might need to
This
be.
bitch had the nerve to go to a party.
That be the.
She
What
had
they say
the
in the
nerve
comments?
to go to a party with a
Tonight
skirt
said
on.
hey, and then before that,
She had-
my shit
wait,
said
what
wait.
was skirt on?
She had a skirt on and she knew her pussy stank, bro. And she was out there. She was out there twerking in
Flopping
this
it.
hot ass basement, this
So
small hot
titty
ass
milk is
basement.
flying everywhere.
Shaking
Was
that
she
foul.
foul?
That's
A nigga had to go outside to breathe. Like,
Oh,
He said I should go outside and breathe. He said,
there. Water. Like, water.
I need it.
I need it. So, ladies. Oh, no, I'm sorry, bro. So, like, did you get twerked by her?
Get that shit.
fuck no. She was by me though. I was like,
Ew.
Make sure you're
like she stayed in the same
share,
dorm.
and
So
like the
I
page.
like and
And
we was
follow.
in a group.
for sure.
She rode with us, bruh. She got out the car and then my whole high.
She rode with y'all. So
Yeah.
that pussy hotboxed the car?
Fucks.
Was
the windows cloudy?
Ruined my whole high.
Was the
I
windows
was mad
Ruin
as
your
fuck.
eye, nigga. Ruin
I
your
was
life.
mad.
What's
Exactly. Nigga, I sobered up real quick.
Hey, was the windows cloudy?
That's fuck. Like we look like we just hotboxed that motherfucker. That shit
Turtle
was
twat.
It was foul.
Fuck, did the windows not work or something? Why you ain't raise the windows down? I would. She would have had to walk. She would have had to walk.
But then
No, we stop the roll. I'm not stopping the car.
Better tuck and roll.
So, ladies, watch the mailbox.
Oh God!
Corey,
It's a ditch right here.
He said,
up.
so ladies.
I know you have a few experiences where, like, maybe a nigga might not smell proper, or
nigga probably smell like he
Hey,
does some
niggas get it
basketball
though.
practice.
a
Look,
little right. You know what I'm saying?
man.
So, what did y'all do to tell them, nigga, like, hey, you Boston?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that'll get.
Hey, man.
Damn it.
Let me not say I've had a situation where I know that a nigga washed himself up in my bathroom. How I know?
I am dead.
She had a ring around the tub and shit. Hell
No, nigga, that's why a whole bath in the sink, nigga.
Like
In
a
the
little
sink?
triangle wash.
What did he smell like your hand soap?
Okay, so I keep
Oh,
in my bathroom.
What's his
There
name?
is.
Oh, I need names too. I need names. I need names.
Yup.
I need names.
We need names.
You knew
It's
what the
even
fuck you
Friday.
signed up for.
Hey,
Yeah.
we need names. I need names.
So
Please, thank you.
it's not gonna matter because I'm not gonna know who it is anyway.
Somebody has to know.
It don't matter.
Somebody-
We're live and we need names.
They need the names.
You'd be surprised. Who do you know?
Huh?
You'd be
Come on,
surprised.
come on.
He don't live here. He's from St. Louis. So
I know some people
we're
like that.
Go
You
ahead
know,
and see.
this is like college. So there's only one person I've ever fucked with on the college campus, just because I just was like, I don't want my name in too many mouths. You know how niggas are and how females are about niggas, and I just don't have time for
You're
it.
talking too much.
Listen, yeah. So this was just literally a sneaky link. Like it was just he came over late.
He's trying to get some nigga lane.
That's all it was. This is what it was. That's what
He's trying to vibe.
Yeah, that's all.
He's trying to vibe.
Understandable.
Sit it down. Let's get you out of here. In and out. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Seriously.
This is a
And,
business transaction.
usually, he'll go straight to the room. This time he was like, yeah, I need to use the restroom. I'm like, go ahead, it's in there. The bathroom ain't changed place.
Shut the fuck up.
So, I'm in there, I'm chilling. I'm in the bed like this. Lip gloss on.
I know that's right.
I'm showered up, everything cool before, because I'm like, if you have somebody coming over, you need to make sure that your smell is tip top.
Hold on, wait.
Tip top.
I was about to ask that question. Go ahead.
You any appointment, any time, if I need to, I will stop by the house and take a shower. I will if you on your way, you say you in 5 minutes, hop in the shower, and if you just happen to get there when I'm in the shower, give me 5 minutes, please. Let me
Talk your shit.
let me get my shit together.
Two, if you love you.
I won't listen.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Talk your shit.
So I'm in there, I'm chilling, I'm watching TV until he comes in, and then this is in college they give you them little ass twin size beds, so we was close. We was close.
That's the worst thing.
And I distinctly I only use this lotion right here. Jergens lotion, original scent.
Wait, Stop. Everybody fucking stop. Everybody stop.
Girl,
Everybody
I
stop.
didn't ask you.
Time out. Everybody stop. Nobody say nothing. I'm gonna cut everybody mic off. Everybody stop. Did this nigga just do a fucking Jergens ad? Popular ignorance.
Niggas are
Make sure y'all
funny.
like, share, subscribe.
Share, like,
I swear
sponsor.
to God,
Sponsor.
niggas are funny.
Jergens.
I only use Jergens. Anybody who knows me, this is the only lotion I use.
Keeping the queen soft.
Listen, and smelling wonderful. Listen, okay? And I'm like, oh, you smell good? I'm like, he was like, yeah, trying to like play it off and shit.
That the nigga said, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's a man.
yeah, this nigga,
Yeah.
I'm like, this nigga smells like jerk. I ain't never smelled it.
Smelling
Niggas
good.
are like Vaseline cocoa butter type niggas. Y'all, just whatever makes y'all shit not look ashy. So,
Life,
Old
nigga.
Spice.
Be honest with y'all, put lotion on. Keep your whole being with you.
I was trying to put out everything else is ashy.
Double Spice.
Hey, D-Lo, every time you say that shit, I bust out laughing, bro. keep it a whole bean with you.
Listen.
No matter, that's when you know he about to say something.
Oh my
No lotion.
God.
It's good skin.
Go ahead.
So,
with
you
your
know, I'm
story.
chilling, and you know, I'm trying to.
Get
She
sexy
told me
and
just
shit.
lay on it. We close anyway, cause the bed.
Y'all in a twin bed. Y'all
We in
can't
a
get no
twin.
closer.
There's. We damn. Listen, conjoined at this point.
That nigga roll over y'all butt to butt.
There ain't no deputy there, girl, you heard.
Hey,
God.
niggas are funny.
Like, damn, that's you back there.
Motherfucker.
Fucking God.
Those ass cheeks on my back.
Hey, go on with the story.
I'm sorry, go ahead, bro. I'm
Fucking
sorry.
cheeks and shit. Anyway.
Oh my
So,
God.
you know, I'm laying on them close, and I'm just like, there is no way that there is a combination of this pink rose Duff and this Jergens that I just know is in my
So
bathroom.
that nigga lathered. He lathered himself afterwards. Nigga?
Like he must have lathered here
That shit is
and then
funny.
lotioned here. So he did, and I'm just like, so he didn't stink. Of course, he smelled good.
Of course.
But it's
it
just
was your
like-
stuff. Of course it was
It's
your
just a
stuff.
simple fact.
Nigga smell just like her, nigga.
You came in right. Look, you're using my
She
dove.
That
said
nigga took
he
a
smelled
bird
good.
bath in his
Wait.
bathroom.
He was smelling real
The
familiar.
funniest part about the story is
Real
Quay
familiar.
said, "Ooh, you smell good."
Yeah.
Like, damn. You smelling mighty.
You
What
knew
you
he smelled
use?
like you. You
What
knew
you
he
use?
smelled like you.
The
Yeah.
smell is familiar.
Did you confront him about this?
I would've.
What's his name? You
Yeah,
never
yeah,
dropped
what's the
the
name?
name.
Oh, we about to get to that. I did not forget.
Okay, I'll give you his name at the end. Well, like, that just kind of got me out of the mood. So, like, he was trying to, I'm just like,
He used my
that nigga's
stuff.
not clean.
Marquise
I
Jones
just
said
know
I might
it's
need to
not.
go on the episode one time.
It's just not.
Hey,
it,
email
may,
us, man.
Like and share. Like and share.
it may be washed off, but I just
Email
don't
us.
guarantee that it's clean because there's no rag in there.
Mm-hmm.
When I went in the bathroom, there's no rag in here. So what was you just?
He used his
That
hands.
nigga's, ew, that's why his hands smell. Ew, I mean, he got
Girl, so
gunk
really
under
you
his
didn't wash
nails.
up.
So he really didn't wash it. So I
Probably
just
used
was
some
like,
lotion and said,
so but I smelled the dove on his hands.
he
Or-
did. Oh, the Lord.
And then I smelled the Jergens like on him. So I was
That
just
nigga lathered
like,
his whole body with
Fucks.
lotion and washed his dick.
Okay, so what's his name?
That's funny.
his name was Devin.
Devin what? You know the nigga last name. That's your
Ain't
name.
nobody else said
Because
no damn
females
last
know
name.
last names,
Because
bro.
them niggas don't know last
No,
names.
I
Y'all
don't
fuck for
know
a different
last
reason.
name.
So I need to know the
No,
nigga's last
I
name.
dead ass don't know the bitch last name, bro.
I don't
didn't
either.
care to know.
It's
either.
females. Y'all know niggas' last names,
Yep.
bro.
You
God,
You like this nigga. You liked.
He was
Tell
a
us his
fuck
last
buddy.
name.
You said you
She
made it seem
was-
like that it was
She
consistent.
was.
Tell us
It
his-
was,
Tell us
but
his last name.
consistent sex don't come with all the extra shit. I don't.
You trying to finesse. You trying to tap dance your way out this
No,
motherfucker.
not.
What's his last name?
They start with a W.
She was
I know that.
fornicating with him.
Wilson?
No.
Williams?
Woodrow?
Woodrow.
Woodruff?
She's not gonna say
What
that.
the
Woods?
heck is a
Woods?
Woodrow?
Woodruff. No, it wasn't
What?
either. It do start with a W, but I can't. I really can't.
Williams,
I'm gonna ask my
Wilson.
friend.
All right, man. We'll be back to you. 'cause
Willie.
She forgot the goddamn last
Willis.
name.
Hey, y'all, make sure y'all
Rihanna?
keep on liking and sharing. Make sure y'all keep tapping in because this is return now.
We at BLE
Yeah, man.
Studios.
BLE
Don't do
Studios,
none of
man.
that.
Please like, share, subscribe, man. We at BLE Studios. It's Popular Ignorance, man. Episode 3, Ignorant Friday. Tap in.
Ignorant.
Man, share. Start a watch party, as a matter of fact. What is y'all doing? Y'all can start a comment. Start a watch party. Share with your friends, your mama, your auntie, your sister from over the street that you might
Maybe
not.
even your
Your
grandma.
baby's mamas.
Please don't
Baby's
say
mamas.
that.
It might not be baby mama, but she got the kid. You ain't got the DNA test back, but share it with her anyway. You might
She
see
got
that.
custody.
Fuck.
Temporary.
So, Brianna,
Yeah.
I know you had an experience with a sticky dick.
No.
Please, enlighten us.
There's your boy. You gonna put it out like that?
When it
You gotta
was,
put it out like that?
who it was, when it was, and what all happened. And this
You
may
must
not
have
be a
witnessed.
high school story when you kissed them, nigga. No. I'm talking about.
I am dead.
I need something from right now. You dig? I need to know something from right now.
We fuck with you too, Dakari.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, my boy. But yeah, come on, yeah, I want to
You
know.
over
I
here,
don't
man. We ain't in church. We don't need a course. Come on now. We need a story.
Happy day.
Testify.
Hey, come on, let's get it.
Testify.
Oh, let's get it.
No, listen, hey, we're not about to do that. We're about to talk about stinky dick. Cameron talking about guys stinky dick in the same 30
You was
minutes.
singing along.
Shit, God should have saved that stinky dick.
Oh my
Invest that power in him to wash
Did
that.
he put him in a
God.
coffin?
They just are.
Brianna, you still be dancing. You dancing hard off these
Exactly.
jokes, my nigga. You trying to dance off these jokes.
I
Hey,
shit.
my boy.
name.
Hey, my boy Flex in this motherfucker. What's up, Flex?
What's
bro?
up, Flex? What's going on with you?
Oh Jesus.
We need that name.
Oh my God, hit the name.
Hit the name. Nigga, we need that name.
No, I actually haven't.
You lying sack of shit.
No, I'm being honest. I'm
gonna call you lying sack of shit again. You lying sack of shit.
You should have just said I plead.
Just
the fifth.
because we don't deal with a consistency of stanky ass.
But y'all done been with a
I
nigga that,
mean,
I'm talking about a
bro.
nigga y'all done had some time with. Then you like, goddamn, nigga, today you must.
D-Lo, cut them some
No,
leeway, bro.
actually,
They don't be on the shit we be
They've
on.
been cleaning
bro.
every single
They
time.
really don't.
All right, man. You know
They'll-
what?
I haven't had a moment.
I'll slide to a new topic.
They'll
I'll
be
slide
on
to a
the
new
they'll be
topic.
on the shit we be on, bro.
We talking about fucking.
we live a wild life.
And
I mean,
I
it tissue,
and I live the
we live like rock stars.
Crazy.
We live like rock stars, my
Praise
brother.
God.
I know I do. I ain't gonna fake with you. You do what I'm saying.
Oh.
But they ain't ready for D-Lo
Ty
Ty
yet.
G said,
Hey,
let's get
listen,
on here.
they ain't
That'll be
ready.
the next segment,
They,
the next podcast.
they ain't ready for
D-Lo.
D-Lo yet, bro.
You should-
Man, if we put Chai G on there, it's gonna be crazy.
Hey man, so
Oh,
listen, Flex, come on.
I
Hey,
think that would be
definitely,
good.
man.
I
Jeez,
think
Flex,
it'd
come
be
on
good.
here. Hey man, hit me up. Hit one of us, nigga. Somebody, hit somebody up.
Tap in with me, Flex. I'll set that up for you.
So anywho, man, listen, we'll get to this next topic since we've been talking about sex a lot lately. I want to talk about the
my God.
Kardashians and how they built a fucking empire off of sex tape.
Let's talk about
I
Kim.
would like to personally say I don't fuck with the Kardashians in any standard.
Really? Why?
I do.
It's a multitude of
I
reasons.
just got some nice
Listen,
fire.
ladies, hey, ladies,
from
ladies, let's play nice.
Pretty little tangs.
So our at least our opinions on it will be different.
Talk to
So
me.
there's three main reasons. There's the appropriation of our culture. Them bitches want to be black. They want to be black women. They date black men to
Okay.
make black babies because they have this fetish with our
culture.
with our culture and with our men. There's one. The amount of wealth that family is allowed, any family for real, that's you make so much money. The amount of wealth that they're able to obtain by doing things that have been done already is kind of ridiculous. I don't knock them for their hustle. Please don't get me wrong. Their whole family is famous off of one sex tape, one trial. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I don't feel like it was really popular off the trial. I feel like nobody really knew who Robert Kardashian was after the trial. You know what I'm saying? But I feel as if like after that sex tape, my nigga,
yeah.
tongue tied, heavy ass tongue,
The
like fucking a little bit,
Kardashians
smoking
was
too
like
much.
a household name.
But I don't feel like it was really a household name after the trial, man. I just feel like that sex tape really broke them the fuck out.
Shit,
the
I got
last
some lit ass
reason-
sex tapes, nigga.
the
If
last
that's the case,
reason
shit, let me go
is
ahead and
God,
leak
Because
No.
of the look that they're perpetuating
God.
to our young women, that every single one of them except for Courtney, Courtney, have been pumped and filled and sucked and plopped with. But that's every damn near
Don't
every-
say it.
That's
I don't think you can say that.
Don't
as
say
far
it.
as we know.
But-
By saying that, I don't think you can say that. I don't think like that's a adequate reason to say why you don't like them. You dig what I'm saying? Like they say they're taking our culture. I don't feel like that's an adequate reason.
You don't
Like
think
besides, like
keep,
it's
make
bitches
sure
like
y'all
hits
keep
and ass
liking
and
and
shit like
sharing.
that.
Make sure y'all
Like
keep on.
they just
tapping
want
in.
they want a little
Make sure
ass
y'all
on
keep
them.
commenting.
and the way that they wear their clothes,
Well, talk
and
to me.
and
What
the
else?
vernacular that they use, and the men.
Everybody
that
wanna be
decides
black.
to- exactly. So
That's a
I'm saying,
fact.
I would say
Everybody
the
wanna be black.
That's a
Kardashians
fact.
are
We the coolest culture on guys we are.
And that's
true.
a fact.
That is true. So I would say that
and that's on period.
they're kind of like all of them together are kind of what's wrong with mainstream media. I'll say that. They're very powerful influencers, and what do they do?
I mean, I feel as if like at first it was a lot of sex tapes, it's a lot of bullshit and like just tomfoolery going on in the Kardashian
It's
foundation.
tomfoolery.
You dig? But I feel as if now I feel like Kim was a whole different person. I mean, I'm not saying I follow Kim personally, but I don't really give to there or there.
But all three of us
It is,
Courtney
but-
would get piped down.
Hey,
When
y'all.
I fuck, definitely.
After she lost all that weight.
Who? Chloe could have got it before the way. You gotta be too
Courtney
something
could
to
have
do
got
something.
piped down
Talking about-
regardless.
Chloe is OJ's daughter. I don't want y'all know.
I would've killed that motherfucker.
hot, bro.
You dig what I'm saying? But nah, back to what I'm saying though. That
He
ass.
said everybody's stealing, to be honest.
But that ass, man, I feel like
For real.
I don't feel
That's
like
true.
I feel like Kim now is a whole different person. Like Kanye's a whole weirdo.
And she still
That
love
nigga
him,
D-Lo is
despite.
hot.
Senya
High as
said-
fuck.
Look at that
Senya
nigga.
said she agrees with you. She says she agrees with you.
Oh,
CM.
appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. But
Hey, shout out Senya too, bro. That's a.
That's all.
yo, that's my
That's
homie,
all.
yo.
I like
Yeah,
that. That's a good person.
Yo, me here go way back, like nigga.
Hey,
Oh,
nigga,
God.
Back
I
to them
still
pimping names.
Boy.
I still remember the first time I met Senya. When I first met Senya, this was like 2008, bro. And for some reason, she kicked me in my little grape seeds on the playground.
Wow.
Let your ass
Bro,
deserve
you know,
it.
I didn't get to that story yet.
Why we did?
I'm not gonna get to that story. Anywho,
That's
you
not
didn't know
even
that.
nor there.
So I'll pass.
Yeah,
I'll pass.
Favorite
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass.
Shout out,
I'll pass.
Senya. You always in my favorite.
Yeah, see you. Yo, we fuck with you. Share,
Everybody
like,
make sure
subscribe,
you
guys.
We're gonna get
share
your ass
button.
on
That share button. Keep
Share,
liking,
share.
keep commenting, all that good shit, man.
Yeah, and me blow the back off that share, but
Do you hear me? Donkey fuck that goddamn shit.
Don't
You hear me?
Don't
donkey fuck
do
that.
not share it. Keep sharing it.
So listen. So back to what I'm saying. though.
Basically,
Hey, I like that.
blaze that motherfucker.
Blaze that goddamn share button. You hear me?
Just go like this.
And share that shit. Like I said, the baby mama, you might not know it's your baby mama because you ain't got the DNA test back. Share that shit with her.
I better go
She
get
need
them
to hear this
DNA
shit.
tests, man.
We gonna give her this medicine, please.
God,
Sell the
boy.
kids
Tap
at
in.
Walmart.
Anyway,
So what
18
we going
years.
on to
18
now?
years.
then you found out it wasn't his? Oh my god.
That's all I needed to hear, nigga. I needed a DNA test on
Nah.
every.
Everything.
Oh,
But nah,
God.
man. Listen, back to this
Y'all are
Kanye shit.
My
like
bad,
what I'm
my
talking
bad,
about, man.
dude.
You good. But I just feel like, I don't feel like Kim is really a bad person. This motherfucker trying to help black people get out of jail and some more shit like that. I feel
Yeah.
like she has a heart. So I
Yeah.
can't say like personally, like she gets out here, it's fucking over the culture. I can't say that personally.
I would say that she acts oblivious to certain things. Yes, I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Kim is this terrible person and she just hates black people. And no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when, for her type of influence, she knows better.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to certain stuff, she knows better, and she tries to.
As far as what? Give me elaborate on that.
Like, when she got the cornrows. I understand. People don't think hairstyles belong to a specific culture. I think certain things do belong to a specific culture. Black people, while we've been here, have created a culture and a look and a way of how we do things. And people have followed suit. And the Kardashians
Factual.
being one of those groups of people who follow heavily in our footsteps. Like they dress like us. They, they wear their hair like us, like with the braids and just the swag. I'm not saying that they wouldn't have swag if black people didn't exist, but would it be as
I don't think
strong?
they would.
Yeah, would it be as strong
Hear
as it was?
me out real quick. Senya just said, laughing my fucking ass off. I love y'all, but hear me out on this. I don't think culture should be defined by clothes, body shapes, etc.
Then what is it defined by?
Culture should be represented in how you carry yourselves, beliefs, traditions, etc.
I agree with
That's
that.
what that's
I
what
agree with
Senya
that.
just said.
I don't feel like clothing and hairstyle is my culture. You know what I'm saying? I can wear forces and shit all day, and that captures shit all day.
That's what I
That
was
doesn't
just
define
about
me
to-
as a black man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was just about to say.
But
It's
nigga,
like I
like,
shop at the same
Cornrows don't
store.
just, it's not just for
It's like I
black
shop
Hold
at
on,
the
but
same
in a way,
store.
I feel like, but hold on, in a way though, I do feel as if my hair defines my culture. You dig what I'm saying? My shit nappy as fuck underneath this hat. You dig what I'm saying? But I feel as if that still defines my
It doesn't
culture. So I
define-
understand where
defines
Quay's
your
coming from in that.
individuality, yes. But I don't
if-
feel
I feel like it defines my culture as well.
If clothing and the way you wear your hair does not define your
Like-
culture, then does it? Where he has on this dashiki, right?
Damn, she got you.
Dashiki
So
doesn't
that's-
originate from Africa.
I didn't say it did, but it
Yeah.
did originate from someone's culture,
Yeah.
correct? I'm just saying
We-
that.
just like
we
straight
grew
hair
it.
don't define
I-
white people.
But that's genetics. You can't mix genetics with culture. White people did
And
not
I'm
wear
not.
their.
But
The
what I'm
French
saying
braid
is-
came from a French woman coming from going to Africa and taking the cornrow.
I'm with you.
But she made it she called it a French braid. She took it back to France and called it a French braid. But before that, it was a cornrow. So the cornrow originates in Africa. Everything, culture, and when we were planted here and put here, we created our own culture. We created our own way of doing things. African Americans have a culture that is determined by
My
our
daddy
the
said the
stuff
body
that
of
we
the first
wear.
man was found in Africa.
So
That
with
means
that being
everybody
said,
really from Africa.
he said, "What do you like?"
Everybody.
Everybody.
All
y'all.
Everybody.
No,
But nah, I
even you.
feel
I
like-
ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
No, I just think it depends. I mean, if you know your history, not everybody is from Africa.
True.
Some people are Cherokee, some people are Indian.
But
Some
you
people
saying
are
like the
Italian,
first man,
some
though.
people
I'm
are
talking
Scottish.
about African American
No,
culture.
I know what
African
you're saying,
American
but I'm
culture.
saying not everybody is African.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is this. There is no, okay, people think, okay, straight hair is just for white people. It's not. Because I see a lot of black women who look fierce with black hair.
Yeah.
Who can rock stuff better than them. Depending on what outfit, with different shoes, different style or whatever. But what I'm saying is this. There are some white people who can wear cornrows better than blacks. There are some people.
Never in my book. You can't.
Yeah, I think it is because not every white person is fully white. Some people are mixed. So it just depends on the diversity. What I'm saying to you is this: it's not a cultural thing. Yes, you see minority of black people wearing cornrows. Why? Because when we grew up, that's what we were accustomed to. That's what we saw.
So what
and that's
makes
what we were
something
surrounded about.
Right. So doesn't that make that a
that's
part of
what
our
you see
culture?
that's what you see in an isolated school.
Senior
That in
said,
the
do
real
we even
world-
know it's called cornrows?
I
I'll
think
tell you what you
It
think.
is called cornrows.
I'll tell you what you think.
I was just about to say, I think when it comes to like establishing culture, I think it's what group or minority makes it popular. Like with the dashikis, like they wasn't, like I said, they wasn't originated in Africa, but Africans wore it. Like they used it as for a different meaning, and it became popular. So it's like we instantly, when we think dashiki, we think of Africans.
We're
Even though it didn't rate, and that's just like, and if you think about it in a sports context, basketball was started, like football was started with a whole bunch of white people, you know, but then all the talent came from the African race. So when we think of football, we think of niggas. We think of niggas, basketball, niggas, even though it was started by white people.
Right. I think.
I think it just comes based off of popularity, like who makes what or that thing popular, like who puts it, who brands it.
The
pretty
point
much.
that I was
You know what
trying to
you think?
make.
You smacked this fuck. D-Lo's not paying a fucking attention. I just been sitting there looking at this nigga like he been over there like this.
This nigga was asleep.
The point
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The point I'm trying to make is something is a part of one's culture when they have traditions of doing that one thing. So the dashikis became a part of African culture because they included it within their traditions. So if it was included with our traditions to wear cornrows, how is braids not a part of our culture? How is, if we've been wearing big hoop earrings since we were back in Africa, or when we first got on, even in America, how is that not a part of our culture? How is wearing gold rings not a part of our culture? Because we don't, like, when people are wearing I'll say when people wear the hair, not the hair wraps, or I'll say when people,
Erica about do raps.
yeah, not that one, but if someone's wearing a hijab, you know that is a part of a specific culture.
Yo, I did not know that's what things is called.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all keep liking and sharing. Make sure
Yo,
y'all
please.
keep tapping
Like
Like I said,
D-Lo,
baby
hey,
mama, it might not be your baby mama.
Hey, D-Lo,
but
can
you
I
ain't got
get-
that DNA test yet. It might be your kid. Send that shit to her because she need this
It's
medicine.
not just-
Where that
It's not
laminated
just in
at,
the black culture.
Yeah,
It's
where-
in
where
other
that
cultures as
laminated
well.
at?
Because our culture has been
Oh,
given to by everybody. Why we have our own? It's our culture, but because everybody does it, it's not our culture. Because everybody thinks it's so
So are
cool,
you
it's so
saying-
hip.
Go ahead. So I'll let you.
Since everybody thinks it's so cool and it's so hip, it's everybody's culture. The types of dance, y'all see the kids dancing on TikTok and stuff like that. That didn't originate with that type of dancing, the type of hip hop dancing didn't originate with white people. It originated with us. It's a part of our culture, but because everybody can do it, then now it's just pop culture. It's just regular. It's just normal. It's not really anyone's culture. So what is ours to have? If it's not our clothes, if it's not our hairstyles, if it's not what we wear or what we do, then what is our culture?
Real quick, let me read some comments real quick.
Our originality.
But in every other race, they have
Hold on, everybody read some comments real quick. Hold on, ladies. Hold on. I see y'all getting heated and shit. I like it. I love it. It's popular ignorance. I love
I
it.
feel like we getting heated and I feel
Nah,
like
nah.
me and her
I
trying
don't
to
Hey,
come to agree.
Ty said D-Lo thirsty.
No. They're them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas is.
Listen, it's fuck. You know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
just
I don't mean as
not.
far as like y'all getting heated as far as like listen like y'all about to fight or some shit. I mean as far as like y'all just having a heated debate, heated conversation.
All right, now let me start with Flex comment right here.
Talk
He
to him.
said styles does matter, but she does have a good point. I agree with Marquise. So Flex agreed with you. He said because our size. He said because our size too and how we are built. Because our size too and how we built. Is what he said.
But those are genetics.
He said then.
Those aren't culture.
Hold
I
up.
feel like that
Hold
belongs to our
up.
culture though.
Hold up. Let
Like
me
we
finish.
what other culture is better than us? What other culture is stronger than us?
Cause then alluding to what you was talking about, Montana.
Yeah.
He
We'll
said
come back to that. We'll come
when
back
you
to
was
that.
talking,
That's-
Taji said you speaking facts. When you was talking, he said you was speaking
When I was
facts.
talking about how it depends on what minority makes what
Yes.
popular.
Yes.
That's just.
Then I guess Senior, she rebutted that by saying, don't take it wrong when I say this, but Africans come in all shapes, sizes, colors, etc., which is true.
And
That's true.
genetics.
you know what I mean? That's a good fact.
That's genetics.
But-
Hold on, hear me out when I say this. So do you think like that Deontay Wilder could be
I was
like
just
a
about to get into
stronger
that.
genetic, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he's an
there you
African
go.
man, you dig what I'm saying? So think about it. Like say we was all raised
And he's for the people. Like
he's
says
for the people. I'm not
he's-
saying he's not, but I'm saying like I'm saying, but say he was raised from an infant just to like grow up to be a fighter, like you know what I mean, to be a warrior and shit like that. Do you feel as if like that has a way of like altering your genetics? You dig what I'm saying? Being a black man.
I don't
Nature
think so,
versus
nah.
nurture. Of course, we're naturally better at everything. We're naturally just good at things just because and y'all gotta realize 300 years of being enslaved gives you enough time to evolve.
Yeah,
So
that's a fact.
we are the strongest out here because we were the ones out there working for 300 years. So
Most
us,
intimidated.
yeah.
That's a fact.
Facts.
So we have evolved into this stronger, better, greater black person. From generations from when we first got over here, from then till now, we're 10 times stronger than what we were physically. So yes, genetics play a part of it, but if you're training in and out every day, that's just gonna amp it up 10 times more.
But that when you speaking of that comes down to me. I'm taking it as that's a whole mentality, and for me, that can fall on anyone because there can be a black guy, yeah, he's naturally talented, but you got this little white boy over here in the gym every fucking day working his ass off to
Tyson
beat
Fury,
you.
nigga.
So it's like it comes down to at the end of the day, it comes down to the individual and their
Right.
thoughts and how they want to be. Because like when I was in college, like my last year, like all the white people I was around, they was like, "Oh, you're the whitest black dude I know." Like, what the fuck does that mean?
I've
Like,
heard of that.
That's so
like it's
disrespectful.
like
That's so
like to me, because it's like,
I can see why they would say some shit.
But no, elaborate on that though. That's
like,
really
because they was like,
elaborate on that shit though.
because they was like, you don't dress like a black man, you don't talk like a black, you don't talk like you're a black man. And I'm
What's
like,
that mean, though?
Am I
That's
supposed to be
stereotypes. Right there.
stereotyping?
All
Pretty
that
much,
shit right there is
pretty much saying
stereotypes.
they expect me to like sag and like be ignorant like
Stereotype.
in my talk. But like I always tell them,
Hit
it's
that
like
share button,
it's-
make sure y'all like,
Hit it
comment,
twice, hit it
like-
3 times, and hit it 4
send this to your
times.
go
people.
ahead,
My man, I
like
need
and
to pause
share,
you.
like and share.
Like your thesis statement, I didn't mean to pause on that.
Follow.
But I need you motherfuckers to like, share, subscribe, yo. This is Popular Ignorance.
BLE
Episode 3, my
Studios.
nigga.
In that order, and not even
Fucking
in that
BLE
order.
Studios, man. What more do y'all want from us? Come on, guys.
Because it's Ignorant Friday.
Tell them again. What day is it?
Ignorant Friday!
I need that. Listen. I need everybody saying shit on the
live
count
and
of
direct
three.
with
One,
this shit,
time. Please say that shit on the count of
Right
three.
on
Time,
schedule.
bro. 1, 2, 3. It's what?
Ignorant Friday!
Please, man, like, share, subscribe, guys. This is Popular Ignorance, man. Come on, guys.
Get with it or get
Fucking
lost.
BLE Studios, baby. Come on. What more do you want? We talking real shit and ignorant shit. What more do you want?
And we going live.
Ah, what more do you want?
We going live.
Hey, we in the fly studio.
No, but I
Look at this shit.
I
See this guy, nigga? Look at this- look at this
This
shit.
motherfucking hella
Because-
plush.
My nigga, look at this shit. We got
It
good
can go
seats and
down
shit. It's
even-
air conditioned.
It can go down even to your name, like my name,
My nigga.
Brianna.
Exactly.
It can be a black or a white girl's name.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like how he said.
I was talking about BLE Studios. I thought we was talking about BLE Studios. Sorry. I'm somewhere else.
I don't even think they know how official
That shit is.
BLE Studios is, my nigga. Bro, my nigga, we got a sound. Look at this shit. It's a sound. Look, it's a sound.
This
board in
whole
this area.
setup is cold.
It's like the division. I don't know what that shit called, but it's that shit over there. It's a
These
TV
mics
and
are made
shit.
out of alpaca hair.
My nigga, this is This was penguin fur inside these cushions. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of bitches walking around bald headed because we got this shit right here on the carpet.
Hey, my boy Fonzo Finesse done tapped in, man. Shout out Fonzo Finesse. Shout out Ape Gang B. Shout out my boy Lulu Money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the whole gang. You know what I'm saying? But
Yo,
y'all already knew that.
Speaking of tapping,
but y'all already knew that.
Speaking of tapping in, yo, we need to tap. Yo, shit, yo, Ape Gang B, don't you got a new podcast out?
Yeah.
Shout him out real quick, bro.
Yeah, shout out my boy Ape Gang B. Y'all can catch his podcast. Was it every Thursday? I think live would be.
I think so. Watch today.
They be talking shit on
bro,
that motherfucker.
Man,
Boy,
them niggas is wild on that motherfucker.
They had my boy Chev on there. That's he calls himself the White Girl Whisperer.
The White Girl Whisperer. Shut the fuck up, yo.
I mean, shit. That's an understatement. I ain't even gonna.
Hey, that nigga, the White Girl Whisperer, nigga.
Yes.
We with that nigga during slavery.
Hey, Nate.
Tatiana says
I guess that's all part of our evolution.
She made a status saying, I belong on Popular Ignorance.
Hey, man, listen. Email us.
If you feel like you belong
at popular
here,
ignorance
let us know.
gmail.com, man, please.
Fonzo said let him get on the show tomorrow.
Inbox me.
Hey, man,
tomorrow.
our next show is next Friday, man. Come on, man.
Let us
Come on, guys.
know.
Next
Let us
Friday
know.
at what time, guys?
Trinae says she tried to be on this motherfucker.
Oh, we gotta have Trinae.
No, fuck that.
We gotta have Trinae.
Fuck who we need to have. We need to find out a fucking time and what time we gonna start this shit.
8
Every
o'clock.
time I say 8 o'clock,
9 o'clock.
it's 8:30,
9
o'clock.
8:45.
I was here at 7:45.
Until make sure you're
Growing
on
pains,
time.
y'all. Growing pains.
I work. I'm sorry. I work 7 days.
It was my fault.
At 7:45.
Hey, I work a lot too.
I had to grab my
Lene asked, "Are we done?" Hell no.
No,
We just getting started.
We
I
actually
want to
already.
get back to this Deontay Wilder thing, though.
My bad.
For real,
Go with that, bro.
this-
I'm sorry, guys. We just had to shout out everybody. We had to do it quick.
Yeah, Fonzo, you
Commercials,
know
man.
you go
Stay
be on the
tuned,
show.
stay tuned. We're back to the conversation. Don't worry.
Speaking of my boy B, I know B gonna be on here next week, so make sure y'all stay.
Facts.
Make sure y'all tune in for that. You do what
We
I'm
just had to do
saying?
our mid rolls. That's all. Go ahead, Blackson. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Deontay Wilder shit has been eating at me.
Yo, listen. When I tell you he disrespected it,
Oh,
listen, he fucked up for dark skinned niggas during Dark History.
No,
Like,
it's
Dark
not.
History Month.
Look,
Black History Month. He fucked up.
See, this one, this
It's only for dark skin.
Only for dark skinned niggas. Y'all fucked up the rotation this week, goddammit.
Look,
I'm brown.
This where he had everything fucked up at.
Had what?
You lost. Okay, cool. Take your L. This nigga came out and said it was the bodysuit that wore. It was like 40 pounds heavier. Like, nigga, what? Like, no. Like, no, nigga, you got your ass.
That's your mans.
You got your
That's
ass.
your mans.
Nah,
Talk to me. That's your
no,
mans.
because I picked Fury to win the fight.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because
He's a better boxer than me.
Fury knows how to box.
Cause he being light.
Deontay Wilder.
He just got a perfect
fights.
chance.
He
That
fights.
nigga
He
got-
fights
not
like
even
a street.
chance.
No, he
That
fights
nigga
like a
got a
street
right
nigga.
hand on him.
He fights like a street nigga.
Hold on, wait. OG say something.
Ortiz was even whooping his ass both
Exactly.
fights until he landed
This
that
is-
one shot.
This is
Hey,
one
relax.
thing.
Punch
This
his
is
chin.
one thing Deontay Wilder has faced. The criticism he's faced his whole career. We're not doubting that his 42 knockouts. We're not doubting his strength, his power, and his talent.
Hey,
But
how
this
you
nigga
doing,
cannot.
AJ?
He cannot box. He cannot
I thought
box.
you could say
He
that,
fight-
bro.
He fights like a street nigga.
I don't think
He
you can say
does.
that, bro.
Every boxing, every
I don't
match
think
you
you can say
watch.
that, bro. If you go 42 and 0, my nigga, there's no way in fuck. You can't say
he
niggas
has that
box.
strength.
You go 42 and
Yeah.
you slumping shit.
But 42 and
But
0,
it's that punch.
But 42 and 0. It's
40
a
that's
such.
what I'm
box,
saying.
There's such thing as a
That-
puncher's chance.
that-
Like D-Lo just said, there's such thing as a puncher's
But
chance.
it's
But it's not
different.
42
But his
matches,
matches,
my nigga.
yeah.
You
It's
can
not 42 of them.
But look at but if you watch the fight, look at his technique. He was literally a fucking punching bag. He
That's
didn't
'cause
throw
he
no
wasn't
feints.
expecting that
He wasn't
shit.
throwing no
If
feints. He
you
wasn't
won't-
throwing
if
no
you-
feints.
If
He
you
wasn't
never
moving.
Lost
He
the
was-
fight.
You
Then
lost the fight.
if you never lost the fight, if you 42 and 0, when you get in that pain, you're like, yeah,
It's not even
I'm
that.
not
He
the
lost.
I just beat his ass the first time.
He lost the first. He lost the first fight.
I don't feel like
He lost the first fight. He got.
He knocked him down 3 times?
He
I
only.
didn't watch the
He
fight.
only. The first.
He knocked him
the-
down twice, 3 times, 2, 3 times. Twice.
The first fight, he got outboxed. The only reason it was a draw is because he knocked out Fury in
I
the
don't think
last
he got-
round. He got
I don't think-
outboxed every
Then how did
fucking
he get outboxed
round.
if he knocked him down?
A puncher's chance.
Wait.
My nigga, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
He knocked him.
He hit him with a cool pop, pop,
That's it.
pow.
That's just a lucky shot, though. Like, if
Nigga,
he
a lucky
would,
3-piece? What are you
if
talking
he
about?
would, if he would never knock Tyson Fury down, he would have lost that fight.
I feel like Tyson Fury came back better. I feel like I feel like Tyson Fury came back better and stronger during this fight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he came back a better fighter.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he was that same fighter in that last fight.
He also had a couple fights under his belt. Wasn't Deontay Wilder?
I seen
He's been out there
that,
moving and grooving.
But
I seen the meme, bro. Nigga,
He knocked the shit.
Nigga looked like he knocked his lip off.
like he
knocked his face off his skull.
and don't get me wrong, I thought the fight was over when Deontay Wilder tagged him in the first round.
Really?
Like,
Make sure y'all keep on
like, cause he tagged him and I was like, oh damn, he stunned his ass.
Oh,
Tyson
God.
Fury, I knew Tyson Fury was gonna win that fight. He's a better boxer. Like that's just it's all in technique
What I
and
don't
movement.
like is how people started to disregard him after that and tried to play it like he wasn't 42 and 0.
Like I ain't been slumping shit
Like
this
he
whole
ain't been
time.
I don't
And
feel like
that's
it's
why-
disregarding him, but I feel like it's memes. Like
Yeah.
niggas made fun of Michael
They
Jordan
only-
at Kobe's memorial. You dig what I'm saying? Anything is fair game. Like anything is fair game.
Put it out there like
I
that's
get
what.
jokes, but when people, I'm talking about to the people who really took it to that step. Man, I'm so disappointed. I never da. But it's like,
Are you gonna get out
literally win some. Yeah, are you gonna get out there one?
Not with Deontay
and you
Wilder.
win
That
some,
nigga swing on me.
you
I'm
win
shooting
some.
that big ass nigga. My mom.
That's what I'm
Wait
saying.
a minute.
I'm not taking nothing away from his talent, like his power, his
Wait,
42 wins,
Right.
his
I didn't like
accomplishments.
that part.
But
Dude,
if we come down to fight, like him versus Tyson Fury, he was way outnumbered because Tyson Fury was a better boxer
he's
all the
prepared,
way
bro.
around. It
Listen,
wasn't
you know-
they have to say you can't say he was better prepared because they have the same time frame.
You know why? I heard some shit earlier this week that made me think. You know, he hopped out the car with a bitch. Ladies, please forgive me for saying bitch. I apologize. Bitch gets in my vocabulary. Ladies out there, I apologize.
But you think he got some cutting before the match?
We'll let you slide
I feel like
this
he
one
was
time.
knocking him
We'll let you
in
slide this one
before the
time.
match.
Nah.
If that's the case,
He was like, oh, bitch,
Well, he should.
all in that motherfucker.
Should've caught him
No,
with
he
that.
blamed it on the suit though.
It wasn't that suit.
That's what made it bad. That's what. To
Yeah,
me,
it was something
to
wrapped
me-
around that nigga
To
already.
me, I was like, okay.
If that's the case,
cool.
he should have really been slumping shit. But
No,
you know,
bro,
sometimes
what you talking
coochie
about?
gets
Was
Fuck
it
before
fighting
a
or was
fight?
he fighting?
You don't fuck before a fight.
Was
know,
it
you
still
know, some-
fighting or was he
Hell
fighting?
But you know, sometimes coochie be like a
If
source of
you've
energy, bro.
never-
That's
does,
like
though,
doing
'cause
regular. That's like 9 to 5s, nigga.
I fucked before a football game, and I felt like Superman. I was light as fuck on my feet.
I'm talking about getting some pussy. I'm talking about you fresh out the
Quiet.
pussy. You done beat this. You done donkey fuck this bitch. You done glaze this bitch. You hear me?
Slade
Look
and
at
glaze.
Ah,
He
You did.
look.
like nigga, 'cause you in that motherfucker. Like when
Boy,
you know
you ever got? Boy,
that's when you went. That's
Nah,
when
but
you in
I'm
that
saying, have
motherfucker.
you ever got
You
some
ever look
skins
at
before
a
you
nigga
went to
and
work?
he's looking like that? You like, oh, I don't even listen.
Don't look at me.
You
bitch,
in
listen,
there.
I'm looking
Like,
at
you like-
you. Don't look at
like-
me. Look somewhere else.
D-Lo made a good point.
My bad. What'd you say?
You ever got some skins before work, bro?
Yeah, I'm a supervisor.
Sleepy.
I do be sleepy as shit though.
Boy,
I work overnight, nigga. I was pussy before work, nigga. I was in that
Let
motherfucker.
Let me
like-
tell you
My
one time.
tail.
Boy, let me tell you one time, boy. This was back when I was working at Walmart, bro. This was in like
Look
2017.
at the comment for you.
That nigga said that.
Superman head.
And I look, baby.
Make sure y'all keep sharing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Keep
This
sharing.
this was back when I
share
was
every time I get
listen.
off
This was
Facebook.
back when I was working
Hey.
at Walmart in 2017. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Talk to me.
I must have got some skins.
I like that
What's
he
the bitch name,
remembered the
please?
year.
Please, sir. I need the bitch name.
See, you're doing too messy.
Fuck that.
You busted
Since
it.
I gotta put the bitch Toriana out, everybody's going on.
You put it out on your own.
Shit.
Messy.
What's her name?
Well, shit.
Ignorant Friday, not messy Friday.
Alright.
Well,
Shit, ignorant, messy, same thing. You know what I'm
We
saying?
out here,
But
baby.
listen, since you want to know her name,
Get it?
you remember Aisha, don't you?
Damn, really? You know
Who?
I'm weak.
So I need to say it again. I didn't hear y'all back
He
here.
said Aisha.
No, Aisha.
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 It's supposed to be Aisha, but it ain't got an A. It's just Aisha.
Oh,
Man, look.
Yes, Aisha.
y'all
No,
need to stop
I
doing
see.
that.
Her
shit.
shit. Nah, but see, cause her shit was just so damn good. You know?
Thrax.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no. I mean like Lee.
Yes.
My nigga.
So, we working at I was working at Walmart. You know, this was back in them
On
days when I was
350?
working at Walmart. Huh?
On 350?
Nah, not that one.
I'm about to say everybody working that one, nigga. That shit-
But nah,
Say
so
line.
yeah, that one. So
I knew it.
My nigga.
You know who Aisha is?
Details
now.
out there.
so listen, listen,
Let me see the story. Lean back on. Lean back on.
listen. So
Lean back on.
I used to like throw the trucks and shit, whatever. Boy, he knocked that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Any other day, I'm just out there
While he
fucking
was
around,
on the
fucking
clock.
off. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I went. This is before work.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up. So you niggas ain't even on the clock yet, and you getting them skins.
This is before I went to work.
Rockin',
He said before work.
Before I went to work.
Sit down. So what time you went to work at?
It was like, I think it was like 2 or some shit like that.
In the morning?
And no, fuck no, in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm about to say, nigga, you're wild, nigga.
Fuck no.
I didn't want to talk to you in the morning. Bitch, get off my face.
How did you get off?
Hey, look who just.
Messy.
Anyway.
Mess.
Razzle dazzle.
Mess.
Twin.
Like I was saying, you know, that I was just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just saying how coochie be like a source of energy sometimes.
My nigga, no, I want to hear the story. How this pussy pump
I already told
said
you.
usually he be bullshitting around, but that day he got the.
That day I got some skins before I went to
He
work.
became the Energizer Bunny.
Yes. Yeah. On God.
But good pussy do make you
That
feel
shit,
different.
it should. It
Sometimes.
makes you feel lighter, bro. Like you get that.
Like you get some stress off, bro.
Like
Yeah.
I remember there was a track
And
meet,
every
bro.
time they
I
talk
had-
about
I had
pussy,
a
that
track
lip,
meet, and
that
I
lip get to going. Yeah, he
Like
like,
you-
yeah.
But
like, bro, you
God.
it's that, and that's what I'm saying, bro. With that,
Looking stupid. Put
with
that
that
lip
Deontay
there.
Wilder shit, when he was like, man, that suit was like 40 pounds heavy. Motherfucker, you put
That
40 pounds
pussy was
on it,
90
you
pounds.
take it out, you take that shit off, bro. You should feel lighter.
That
Like,
pussy
no,
was 190
My nigga
pounds,
is what you
nigga.
wear
That shit
that
ain't
shit.
nothing, man.
Exactly. If you put it on knowing it was
costume
heavy.
gonna win you the fight. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like this wasn't a fashion
I mean,
contest.
shit,
Exactly.
if you won all your other fights and everything else been cool, shit, you gonna blame it on the suit too. Fuck that, it wasn't me.
Fuck no.
It was
No, I
the
would
suit.
take
Fuck
my.
that. It
See,
was
I'm
not
so
me.
loose. I can play. Like if
My
I
thing
lose, bro, I'm taking that L. Like I'm like
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
shit. I was
If you
shitty
lost
as fuck.
before,
If I was
If
shitty
you
as fuck.
haven't lost,
I
then
played
that's
football
different.
for Ruskin. We was used to losing.
I ain't hell my dad.
On
But
every,
when you're
on
That shit
every
sucked
sport but
every fucking
basketball.
If
Every sport
Floyd
but
was to lose a fight, do
basketball.
you think that he would blame it on everything else but him?
I would like to see
Floyd ain't gonna never lose a fight, bro. I really
not.
don't.
He
Floyd
done
don't
boxing.
believe that.
He done boxing.
Fuck no, he not.
He's done.
Bro, I feel like Floyd got at least 3
Floyd
matches
got
under his belt.
Because if
Definitely
you're
blame us
accustomed to that win, nigga, what
That's
was
a-
it that messed me up?
Bro, I
Because I
tell-
know it wasn't
nigga,
me.
but I
It
tell
had to
you-
be the suit.
But there's also times where there's people
This
better
is a
than
drug.
you. That's
Yeah,
the fight.
true,
And
but-
Tyson Fury was a better boxer.
Right.
Anybody
And he didn't wanna give him that.
anybody that knows boxing or was a former boxer would tell you that Tyson Fury was a better boxer than Deontay Wilder.
Have to give their anybody came out
Like that's just
So
this is like
Okay, Senior, say
What she
that.
say about she made it brought up a topic?
Dad.
She said girls have to give their input to IDK about y'all, but I got some good Zeddy Zick to help you catch some good sleep.
Let me tell you something.
they was in there.
How they been talking Spanish?
I ain't fucking on you.
Listen, she be fucking them back because that's what she got.
She got
Extra chalupa.
Hey.
She
That's
got
what
what?
she got. She got that ring.
That what?
got that young.
She got that what?
Shout out to my big sister Brianna Samuels.
My
Yo,
temper
listen.
mom.
You rock sis, gang gang. Shay Scroggins said
Hell
something.
no.
She said,
Yo,
shout out to my big sis, Brianna Samuels. You rock sis, gang gang.
Hey,
Shay,
share.
make sure you share this. Yeah.
Share,
Don't be
like,
saying
share,
support and not
follow.
share.
Ryan, make sure you share, sis.
Man,
Love
she
you.
will be on here every Friday.
Every
at
Friday.
9.
Every
It's
Friday.
Every
You are not lying
Friday.
about that. Let me tell you.
Hey, look, we trying to get it to 1,000 views.
1,000,
We
man.
need your
We
license.
need your help, man.
support,
Last
man.
Really
episode
over
we
that.
had 825, man.
Exactly. We
8,
close.
My
We
nigga.
close.
My nigga.
Every
Once we hit that
episode we got.
threshold.
Hey, I ain't gonna
825
lie. Y'all
for a
been
second
tapping.
episode.
Y'all been
825.
tapping inwardly.
And I love the
825.
energy. Keep
My
that
nigga, we have
Everybody heard.
200
I love the
likes.
energy.
Everybody knows about it.
Probably more after this fucking episode. 200
And
likes.
this is our third
Exactly.
episode, and
Third
we
episode.
really
And make sure
enjoy
y'all
the love and
share the
support y'all
page
give
too.
us.
Share the live, but share the page too.
Make
We
a
want
watch
people
party.
to-
We want y'all.
Yes.
We want
Know
and
about
submit
exactly that.
topics y'all want us to talk about. Like
Facts.
we don't have to
Yes.
talk about the
Hey,
shit.
can
we
we
Don't
tell
talk
be
them where we at?
afraid to inbox
Like
our page and
we have
ask us.
BLE Studios. Like
Where we
follow-
at?
BLE Studios.
Please say it one more fucking time for me.
BLE Studios.
And that's on
Studio.
Jesus, we
Studio.
are
Studio.
Look at this shit.
Studio.
Look,
We do
everybody
that.
stop. Everybody
Studio.
stop. Hold on, everybody stop.
Studio.
Stop. Everybody stop. Just look.
Thank you,
It's
sis.
fucking gorgeous. Look at it. My nigga,
Beautiful.
talk to OG
Dynamite.
Dave, man. Please hit him up, David Walker. I'm on Facebook, man.
Make sure y'all hit them
BLE.
up.
Yeah, I mean, man, we
Everybody stop.
we have
Share.
bacon, lettuce, and
Look at this shit
enchilada
again.
studios. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this shit. Look at it. It's fucking beautiful, man. Man, listen. I don't listen. Oh my God.
Y'all
Please,
made
somebody.
200 likes.
Montel,
Congratulations.
D-Lo,
Thank y'all.
somebody. Take it to our next topic, man. Please.
Vashay
Jesus
said
Christ.
we had 200 likes.
We had 200 likes.
I
Look
think
at
I'll
that,
have it on
man.
our
Keep
page.
hitting that like button, follow and share,
Oh.
subscribe.
Speaking of fucking, I know we've been talking about fucking a lot, but
Fucking.
I seen Meg Thee Stallion
Some
this
good
week
old
riding
fucking.
like she wasn't really riding dick, but she was
But she
pretending
was-
like she was riding.
She was twerking.
I got it.
That motherfucker was showing.
I'm proud of
I
her.
got
Okay, what's up, Zalina?
I got a comment on that.
Nigga,
Alright,
I
go
tell you,
ahead.
I got
But
twins.
hold on though.
I got
Don't she got a
twins.
whole? Don't she got a whole? Is
Fuck,
she in
who
a
she
whole
with?
relationship though?
fuck
No. I mean, I say that.
Who is he? I be a good side nigga, Meg Thee Stallion.
Shots.
I would.
Shots.
I say that
Then again,
because
he
it's like,
knows-
like getting pregnant.
Then again, he knows how she is. She like to
Hold on,
act
let's take
like.
this off.
How do y'all feel
oh
about
no,
society?
oh no. See, that's why I shoot bitches.
I'm crying.
So wait.
Remember I told y'all 2
Go
weeks
ahead.
ago.
Say what you gonna say.
I
I'm
told
here
y'all
now.
2 weeks ago. That's why I shoot bitches, bro.
He
That right
said that
there.
last week.
He did.
Sure did, and that's why. That right there is why.
What you
What
say?
I have to say specifically about the video is
Like nigga, that shit not boob.
Niggas-
That shit not what's up, but that shit is not okay. Like,
what twerking and all that while you in a
See,
relationship.
I don't.
yes,
See,
that's
listen,
because
Who
that
she
was
with, though?
that was what I took from the video. I was like, damn, that ain't.
Who she with?
I don't know.
She's not
bro.
with anybody. She's a young
my
single.
thing is.
Oh, so she
like,
not with nobody.
No, she just
Well,
do
then-
what she want.
Oh, okay. Well then.
You must be talking about when she took that
When she was with
shot.
that white boy.
Who's
Oh,
that
I know
nigga?
what
I
you're
be
talking
Jeezy up. Fuck you talking about? I piece that nigga the fuck
That
up.
shit funny.
They getting their hair done at the same salon and shit.
Listen, you hear what I'm saying? My nigga, they were the same size shoes. My nigga, what you really talking about?
Come on.
What you really talking about? Guess I'm playing with me. Like, what you really talking about, my nigga?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That shit is.
What I have to say about the video, a lot of niggas be expecting that type of treatment.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all
You gotta
do.
work for that
Y'all
shit.
do.
No.
Wait,
You
wait,
better
wait,
give
wait,
it to me the first time so I can keep it. God damn it.
Work
If it's
for
working
it.
the first time, I'm about
Damn,
to stick
like-
around. What you talking about?
Damn, why we gotta?
My thing
I
is,
thought
it's
we
I thought we
like,
was fucking.
as-
You know what I'm saying?
I think
I thought we was
we're
fucking.
here for a
Women give
reason.
the same
But once you
amount
get
of
from that-
energy that niggas.
The-
I sometimes that niggas give. I give off the same energy. I don't boast my shit up. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you, oh, I'm gonna do this and that and this and that. Because what if on that day I'm not feeling it?
Yeah.
Or you don't do it.
What if I
Or you don't
And
do
I
it.
don't want you to be.
That's
perform
what I
my
was.
best?
That's what I was just
But what
about
if
to
I don't
say.
perform my
It's
best?
like-
And I don't want you to be disappointed because I told you I was gonna do
But
something.
what I
that
gotta
But
work
that's
like,
why,
what-
that's why it's good to be humble.
Look, this is
But I gotta work
this is-
for it though.
this is-
Like I thought we
Unless
was
you
supposed to be
D'Angelo.
fucking.
We're fucking.
See-
What am I here for?
See the thing to me is like it's like why do that? Because what if you really not like that and like during the whole like what if you like you over here posting this video knowing damn well you running from the dick
knowing your
during-
pussy
during
wet.
sex.
I am dead.
And a lot of
Hey, I heard her
people
coochie
come
stink.
Oh, Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
heard
We
that
got
multiple
Oh,
we
who
gotta
said
cut
it?
that.
Wiz Khalifa said it.
He
Who
did.
else said
That's
it?
all
Somebody else said
media.
it.
That's all false media.
Nah, I don't want to hear that shit.
Nah, my nigga Dio said
somebody-
somebody
Then again, when
that
you
nigga
see
ain't never
two
lied
big
to
I
stars
me.
in
seen
the same
the
room,
post that he
somebody
talking
gotta
about.
say something to make it.
No, it was somebody. It was another nigga who said the shit too. I just can't think of who it
Little
was.
baby.
Her vagina
No,
stink.
it wasn't. It was
No.
somebody she was in a picture with. I know
Yeah.
exactly who you're
Wow.
talking about. And
Okay,
it's not
vagina.
coming to me, but it's gonna come to me. It's gonna
That
come
shit
to me.
not what's up, bro.
Because I could've heard
She,
that.
I don't think
she,
so.
she probably
My
the reason
thing
why
is-
she
my
probably the
thing
reason
is,
why they
to
think it's okay.
Me personally, I see shit like that and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll look at it, but I won't watch the full video. I'll just scroll past it because it's
Yeah.
like it's expected
It's
now.
not exciting.
Like what?
I'ma keep it big with you,
for me,
G.
it's
I
like
see
I ain't
that
never
shit.
had that
watched the
treatment.
whole
That's like-
video.
Hey, I ain't never. Yeah, I watched the
I
whole
had to
video.
look, yo. I'm not.
I ain't never
to
had
me,
that
it doesn't.
shit
It's
before.
like damn.
I
Like
did
okay,
too.
is that all you
God.
got?
No, D'Lo did bring something
Me
to my
personally,
attention
she
earlier
did
this
good.
week.
She did good.
Nigga, she did.
Magnificent.
And people keep trying to put emphasis
Like, it was
on,
good. Like,
on
she
her
destroyed
knees.
it.
And it has absolutely, yes,
It makes it
it's
us-
dependent on your knees, but it really is dependent
Girl,
on your
females
bitches.
ain't
It's
really
out
rock-
of shape.
females ain't
as
really
fuck.
rocking like
That ain't my business.
That ain't
You're
how
out of
females.
shape.
You
is
wanna
really
fuck?
rocking,
You
bro.
That's what I'm
They're
saying,
out-
bro.
they're
Like
out
that's
of
false
shape, that's why they
That
advertising.
can't
video
do
is
that.
false.
That ain't my
That's
fault.
not how females is really rocking.
Exactly.
That ain't my fault,
That's
though.
neither
know
here
damn
nor
well.
Don't
there,
hop
but
on
she
top
is.
thinking you about to
She
really
She
about
might
to
really
really
be
go
rocking
around
like
and that's
that.
what
We
you
don't
don't.
know.
Exactly.
We
We're
don't
talking
know.
about her. We're not talking about
She would have had.
us.
If she
We're
was
not
I don't
talking about
post
if
it
she
like
was
that.
riding, if she was
I
truly
don't post
riding
it
like
like
that, that bitch would have had
Okay.
like 5
She did
more
her
kids.
thing,
Goddamn.
You're
Okay.
lying.
Like
I
she
would have
riding like
twins that night.
D'Lo.
Exactly.
She did her thing.
Like bitch, I'm
What
getting
makes
you
you think
pregnant
she don't
every
make
fucking
it?
time.
I need like
Ample
10.
time.
She did her name.
Anytime I'm trying to get you pregnant if you riding like that.
My nigga, there's no pulling out.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly. I'm shooting up the club.
You're not on top.
But are y'all gonna
She
say
is.
after
So
y'all
she
get
controls
pregnant?
that situation.
Probably not.
My nigga, listen. If y'all seen it, them cheeks was like 2 Christmas hams. It's like this.
2 Christmas hams.
I'm over there.
Why Shay said give a demonstration?
Look, I'm over there. Look,
No, man.
look, D, you over there glazing this shit, talking about, bitch, you ready to be a single mother?
Glazing.
I'm not gonna say no
Y'all
to
with
this
that
shit.
Stay away from
Because I feel like if you riding dick like that,
I'm not doing
you
that.
want to
So what did I bring to your attention earlier this week though? I peeped when you said that
speak,
shit.
you did bring my attention to something earlier this week, my
I
nigga.
peeped when you just said
You
that
talked
shit.
about twerking and how it's childish.
But that shit.
It is childish. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like okay.
It's like, how though?
Yes.
Talk to me.
It's like
I like to see ass pop.
Because when you cut
I mean,
somebody, you ain't gonna want them to
I
always
mean,
be
that's
in
what I'm
every
saying.
scene or
It's
every
like,
party
listen,
twerking that
I'm not
way.
saying my bitch. My bitch can't twerk nowhere. I don't give a fuck what you think this is. Bitch, I'll break a bottle over here. Fuck you thought this was.
We are getting up of age where we're too grown for that.
Hey, like I
I
said,
ain't
nah, my
never
bitch
heard
can't
this
do
shit
it.
come out of a female's mouth. I am loving this right now.
What'd she say?
Please
We're
tell me
getting up
more.
of age where
Please tell me
we're
more.
too mature for that. We're getting up of age where we
What
don't need
is
to be
of
doing that.
age to be mature? Because
To
you
pop
can't
that
get
ass.
into the club till 21.
Listen.
Honey, I've been mature for a very
But
long time.
listen,
I'm
though.
gonna just tell you that.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay,
So,
so you've been
Women
20
mature faster than men.
True.
So I understand where he's coming from. What I'm saying is, at what time do you want to become a wife?
25.
At what time do you just? At what time?
25.
At what time do you just?
What time you want to put away childish things? You feel what I'm saying?
But
Because
it's only,
if you know
Ain't nobody gonna want
every-
to put a ring on
every
no female in the
every
club every
scene that you
weekend.
be at parties and
Shit,
stuff,
bro, that
9
shit-
out of 10 what get shot up. So at what point are you gonna grow up?
But I think that
it's
goes.
it's a go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you don't.
It's
Take turns, guys.
I
I
swear to
Take
God,
turns.
I'm loving
Because
this right now. I
it
ain't never
depends.
heard this shit come from no female's mouth.
I
I'm
would say it
loving this
depends.
shit
I
right
would
now.
say yes, twerking it can become a childish behavior once you're 25 still twerking in the club.
Man, that shit.
I think 21, I just hit the club. I'm trying to shake my ass everywhere. Till I turn 20, 22, 23 years old, I'm trying to kick it. This is the time in our lives where we're supposed to kick it. But for whatever reason, this is the time where people
Bitches been twerking and shit since we was in middle school, going to house
and
parties and
people
shit.
been dancing.
But like,
since we
that
was
shit-
in
what was that really back then though? Like I didn't have like the.
you
Well, I couldn't really like think about like, hey, I might
what
get
time
that
do you
pussy.
wanna
See, right. I'm just getting behind that ass.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like
Hold on.
in 7th grade, I'm not really thinking
Hold
about
on,
fucking.
Scary. I'm not scared.
But when
As a
you-
grown
but when
man, it's
you-
like,
hold
I'm
on,
not sure.
but
I
when
might
are
get
you
fucked
gonna
in
stop
it.
Go
doing
ahead,
that?
Bree.
When you ready to start businesses and you want to start doing different opportunities and stuff like that,
Right.
you gonna have to throw that.
So you telling me you
In
think
a
the boss
different
gonna see you
door.
in the club twerking?
I know.
And even
because
if he
if I'm
does-
trying to make boss moves, you can't catch me.
You
slipping.
can't be-
If you
You
making
can't be-
boss moves, you are the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
can do
If
what
you
the
want
fuck
me
you
to
wanna
be
do.
doing
You feel what
boss
I'm saying?
moves and
even if
acting
you
like
are-
a boss,
hold
I
on.
can't be acting ratchet.
Hear me out.
Exactly.
So y'all telling
Twerking
me
is
if
ratchet
y'all
because
see
I'm
oh,
having fun?
if y'all
No,
see
it's not ratchet.
Hold
You
on.
having fun,
Pick me
but at
out.
the same time, if you ready to become that woman and you ready to get
Right.
serious about your life and your decision and your goals,
True.
there's some things you gonna have to set aside.
But why are
You
we
feel
trying
me?
to do that
Pick me
at
out,
21?
Pick me out. So listen.
I would.
So say Oprah.
Wait. Oh,
That's
Brad.
just
Make
how
that
some people
motherfucker
be
clap.
rocking. You do what some people. That's just what some people be
Oprah's
wanting
still a
out of
fucking
life.
billionaire, my nigga. Like
Right now, that's what I want. I
You
feel
know?
like it's dependent on who you are as a person. Before I turned 21, I wasn't on that. I wasn't out there. I wasn't doing all that. I wasn't on the scene like most girls have been their whole life. So I can understand how you can see how that's childish. If you've been seeing the same bitches twerk since they was 16 till now.
Yeah,
I
you know,
wasn't-
you know,
I
I've
wasn't
been,
like that.
you know, I've been
I
on the
wasn't
scene
like
my
that.
whole life. You do what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I feel like at one
No,
point, like
it's
with
not
the,
ratchet because we having fun.
I don't think it's
Let D-Lo
ratchet.
go. Let D-Lo go.
I wouldn't say it's ratchet because, like, y'all know I'm a strong believer in, like, bro, have fun. Like,
Facts.
have fun.
Facts.
Live your life. We young. I get it. You do what I'm saying? Shit, I feel
I
like
don't
I
shake my ass on
I feel like I need to go out
something.
more. You do what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like.
You was right.
At the same time, it's like shit. We've been doing this shit since we was teenagers. You do what I'm saying? Since we was 13, 14. You do what I'm saying? Like been seeing the same bitches that you see in the club, bro. Sometimes it's the same bitch. Like it's the same bitches, bro. It's just, and then it's the same shit though too. Like you go to the club and what you dancing with like that shit. It's the same shit from when we was. So at what point do you like grow out of that shit? Like we grow out of everything else. We grew out of all types of bullshit.
Not only that, like, you don't want everybody to feel like every time you come on the scenes that, oh, that's the girl that's twerk.
Oh God, but
You want
I'm not
your
about to-
name to carry weight. You feel me? Like, you don't want
care
to
why you throwing it.
you don't want everybody
Yeah,
to be
you
like, oh,
throwing
that's
that
the girl
motherfucker.
that just twerk every
yeah,
Sunday,
you just be in
every
you just be in
Friday,
the club every
Saturday.
week.
You want to be
weekend.
like, that's a girl that
shit, bro, that shit. That
she used
shit
to
not
twerk,
what's
but
up.
she a boss
I-
now.
I-
She
I
got
don't
a
care
bag
how you mad at my
now,
bitch for
you know.
twerking, though, you
She
dig?
got money in her bag. She's securing that bag. You feel me?
And
But that's stripping though. But I can't be mad at my bitch for twerking.
No,
You dig what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers is
I'm
catching
saying,
a bag off.
Securing the
shaking
bag
that ass
ain't
on
about
Instagram.
stripping. Securing the bag is going out there and
Whoa,
hustling and making
hold
that
on.
money.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this. I can't wipe no stripper bitch.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
No.
And again, we're
I
not
hit you
talking
with the
about.
me bop, bing bop, doom.
We're
What
talking
you talking
about
about?
being.
You gotta go.
We're talking about this being childish. That's the topic. On not we're not talking about white.
I want to hear
I
why D-Lo think this is
true.
truly childish stuff. Like it's hard.
But it being, I can understand how he could think that it was childish because he's been seeing the same girls do it since then.
Facts.
But you have to realize it's a part of. We don't stop Nina popping. I hit the Nina pop every time I'm in the club. That dance has been out since 2002.
She has a point.
And I hit it every time I'm in the club. So how is that not childish? But me shaking my ass is
Because
childish.
needing a pop that's old school. Popping
Oh,
your
thank
booty.
you.
So
Thank
popping
you.
your booty
Is what? Not since the 1990s. You ain't never seen Cotton
it
Candy
is childish.
Low? Let
It
me
is
see that
because
to
it didn't become popular until we were in middle school and high school.
I'm
We
loving-
just childish
I'm loving this
things.
shit right now.
So
Hey, yo,
at
hey,
some
y'all,
point you gotta
make sure
grow
y'all
up.
make sure y'all like and
But
share this
that's
shit.
still, that's
Cause
still
y'all not gonna
described
ever,
like-
y'all ain't gonna ever hear no female give it up like that on God, bro. Y'all
At
ain't
some
gonna ever
point-
hear, y'all not gonna
Say
ever hear.
At some
I don't
point
mean to
we
sound
gotta
sexist
grow
or
up,
nothing.
and this is me.
True.
I used to twerk and throw that thing. Trust me,
Right.
trust and believe. I did.
Right.
But when you get in a relationship and you start
feel that.
respecting yourself, you
Again,
can't do
we're not
that.
talking
Say
about-
that
You
shit
can't do that.
again.
And that's me speaking. That's me being real.
No,
That's
say
me
that
putting
shit
it out.
again.
I used to throw that thing.
Hell no.
Trust me and believe me when I
In
say
In
that.
the name
but
of the
when-
Lord.
But when I'm weak. But when you get to a certain age,
You gotta bless the booty.
is that who is that fulfilling? Is that
Sanctified.
fulfilling yourself when you want to make a drastic change in yourself and you want to go to that next step?
True.
Twerking ain't it. Throw
Let
it
the
through
church-
the back
let the-
and make
Let
that
the
nigga
church
work.
say 8 gram.
Hey, Graham. I think about
I
four,
was
five
just
ago.
about to
And
say,
again,
like,
That shit is
it's
fucking
not-
facts, dog.
Again, he said childish. He didn't say anything about a relationship. We got to cut the relationship off
No,
because that has
no, I'm
nothing
saying-
to do with the act itself being childish. Because again, I'll bring back that the Nina Pop. We've been doing it since we was kids. Listen to what I'm saying. The Nina
Go
Pop
ahead.
we've been doing since we was kids. And yes, every time a certain song comes on, you want to do that specific dance. So how is twerking any different than you hitting the Nina Pop? What's the difference?
You are popping your booty on any and everything.
Okay.
Whereas
dig
the
that,
Nina
though.
Pop, your
Hear
arms is
Being sexually suggestive is childish in what way?
Your arms
Hear
is
me out.
moving,
Hear
but
me
your
out.
booty is moving. That's
think
two
it's kinda
different
like-
things.
okay, so
Your
say-
arms is moving in one
Hold
motion,
on.
and your booty is jiggling in the other.
Oh God.
Think
So
about
it's kind of
something
like in a way, it's
different
like
when
say
Female,
you 40 years old and video vixen. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
You 40 years old and video vixen. At what point did you not flip this money and like, what the fuck is he doing?
Right. That is childish at 40.
My
21
point.
is
So I
not.
feel like this
Like,
is
no,
the same
like
kind of-
females twerk for every, like, they find any little reason to twerk. They, like, 'cause
Sure,
they
they
think that
think
shit
this pancakes
cute.
is made, my
They
nigga.
think that shit is cute, and like, females
I
don't
don't
need a
twerk.
pop because they think the shit cute. They'll
I
need a
do.
pop in the club, you know, when the song come on, you do what I'm saying? But a
gotta
female
play.
will twerk as soon as they see
I
a
will
camera
admit
is on
it's
there.
that one
You do what I'm
song.
saying? Like, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's one thing if a female is in the club and she don't even be in the club like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She go to the club every now and again, and then she in that motherfucker. I mean, shit, throw that motherfucker. Shit, you
Yeah.
already in here.
I think that's on the
But
high
females who in the club, cause every single weekend, you know what I'm saying? Females who, like, soon as like, man, you bring,
It's
you bring,
childish
we bring one of
behavior
these
when
outside females in
overly
here right now.
consistent.
Put them on here. They gonna be
That's
here
what I'm
twerking.
hearing. It's childish behavior when it's overly consistent. When it's all that you do. If you twerk your ass every single day, then it becomes childish to a point. Because I get what you're saying. Like,
Females
if you-
be on Facebook twerking for no reason
reason
at
at
all.
all.
Be on live looking busted
as
as
fuck
fuck.
and shaking that motherfucker.
Shaking
That
they
is-
ass, shaking
And
they
then
ass.
they
That's
be
what
wondering why they
That
can't
ain't
get a
single,
man.
though.
And
That's
then
what
they
So, and they
And
blame it on that.
I'll
And they blame
bet.
it on that.
And then
That's
they
true.
wonder why they can't get a man because
Like-
why you displaying to the whole world that you're twerking,
Right.
and then you be like, "Well, I'm single. I want a relationship," but one man wants a
Right.
woman that's constantly popping her.
What they
pussy
talking?
for
What they talking about
everybody.
in the comments? I
Man,
wanna
Von
know
Shay
what the
said,
fuck-
that motherfucker gon' jiggle if I need a pop. What you talking about? She said that motherfucker groove and moving.
5%.
That motherfucker groove and moving. Think you
I
talking
was
about,
gonna
baby?
say, I like the whole twerking shit. It's like, I think that's more.
Twerk for your man and your man alone.
It's. Yeah, I
Once you
agree
hit
with
25.
that, but it's just like to me,
You
I'm
can
thinking,
twerk for whoever you
I'm thinking
want
about it as
until
like
you
you can say it's childish, but like when you the
If
whole
you
topic
cuffed up,
about
yes.
like
If I had a boyfriend, I would.
Go ahead, Montel, bro.
talking about like if I'm 23, you know, I'm mature. No, it's not really that. Everybody's different. Everybody grows up differently. Like
True.
if people that know me, like I was like for 18 years straight, like during high school. I never smoked, never drank.
There we go.
I was a
There we go.
PBIS. I was a
PBIS.
mentor.
There we go.
I was a drug advocate. By my ass get to college,
smoke weed,
I get
guys.
to college. I'm smoking,
True.
drinking, popping pills,
Right.
doing all that, like catching
that
felonies
boy
left and right,
living.
and like I was doing the fucking most. And I
Yeah.
come home and I'm like,
So that maturity level
I
didn't
think
kick
it's
in for you
I think
just
it's
yet.
I think it's more on experience and also who you grow up around.
True.
Because I grew around about a bunch of old heads. Like twerking to me, like, and a lot of women say it's like you attract what you put out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you shaking your ass and all this and that. What do you expect when you have niggas coming at you like, oh damn, ma, you all this and that? But it's like, and also, and like, I agree. If you're a businesswoman or like a boss, why would you put yourself out there to shake your ass? What's that? You gotta think about. You gotta think about the bigger picture. How's that gonna affect your brand? That's gonna fuck up your money. Like they gonna see you out there shaking your ass and be like, "Oh, that's professional. That's not professional. I don't want to do a deal with you. Like I don't want to invest in your company if you out here doing hoish tendencies.
I can't agree.
And that's just and that's for
Alexis
anybody.
got
That type of
Harry
shit just
Fletcher.
depends on what type of
All
like
them
field you
making
in.
guap.
I'm about to say,
But you said
hold on,
like
wait, hear me
shit
out.
out of that.
Pick me out. Pick me
That
out.
type of shit just depends on what type
See
of
what
field you
platform they on. That's
One at a
different.
time. One at a time. Yeah.
That's the platform they on. That's different.
Right.
But what I'm saying is this. Yeah, that might have happened to you, but remember, I grew up in the church and I'm still in the church.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your background. It depends on your life and how you choose to represent it. Me, I still go to church faithfully right to this day. Not because of my parents, but because I choose to. That's something that I want to do, and I honor God that way. But what I'm saying is this. You can't say just because, well, it depends on the people you're around. These people don't define who you are. You do.
And I agree. Like that's what I'm saying.
do.
It's your experience.
Yeah.
What you do is
So,
what you do. Like
At the same
end of
time, still to this day, and there's many people who have tried to get me to smoke and all this other stuff, but I haven't. I haven't.
I was trying hard as fuck to get that motherfucker
but
to the point.
that's just
Hey,
something.
man,
That's
let's
just
hit it.
something that I want to do.
It's all right.
That's just something that I want.
God had
to
burning
do.
bushes in the Bible. Why not? Sorry, go ahead.
That's a choice that I made. It depends on you. Are you strong enough not to do this? Are you strong enough to do this? Are you strong enough to do that? It depends on you. You make them choices. He didn't make this choice for me to go to church. I made that choice.
Exactly.
Period.
I agree.
So at the end of the day, it depends on you and who you are and how strong. You got to stand 10 toes down on what you believe. You can't lift that foot up because things get shaky or you get a little scared or you get a little fear in your heart. You gotta stand 10 toes down and firm on what you believe.
If you have
what
that
you want to do.
Exactly.
You gotta move.
But that's
You gotta move and make that happen.
True.
I agree with you.
If you have that willpower. Because I grew up kind of like you did. All the way up until I turned 21, never took a drink. Seriously. So, like, I feel like in this era of my time, I'm in my kicking. Yeah, when I was in school, I kicked it. I was doing kind of the same stuff I was doing in high school, though. So I didn't really expand on kicking it and doing a whole lot. So once I turned 21, I just turned 21 here in August. So it's like I've been out to the club. I've been kicking it. Can you hear me now?
Me go.
Go ahead, sis. Speak it.
Since I turned 21, I've been kicking it. I've been having fun. I've been enjoying this time. Do I think when I turn 23 years old, I'm gonna want to hit the clubs like I am right now? No, but because I didn't have that lack thereof up until that point, I want to, and I don't think I'm childish. If I go shake, if a camera gets flipped on me and I go then I don't think I'm childish for doing that. I don't think
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm 23 years old and I ain't ever stepped a step on no club.
Shut the fuck up.
And that's just me.
Yeah, that's the type of person you are.
Depend on the
love
caliber of a woman that you
Man,
are.
I've been going to
I
parties.
ain't ever stepped a step on club.
Because you're tired of it, so it's dusty to you.
I've been going to parties I look at
I don't go to
clubs.
parties.
I look at
That's
clubs.
just me.
I look at clubs and parties the same to me, just because the same shit happens
Yeah.
and all that shit. And I went to my first. I think I got twerking for the first time when I was like 9.
Right.
That shit.
So it's played out to you, but it's not to me because I didn't get to experience when I was 9.
That's
I didn't
what
get it till I was 21.
That's what I'm
Was you scared to
saying.
go out and do stuff?
My mom be my mom.
Mine too.
So
Mine too.
So
I
I got to go to parties, but I only got to go to the parties that were KCPD enforced. I got to go to a couple of CBE parties. I got to go to mayor's nights every once in a while, but I wasn't fully exposed to the same stuff that he was exposed to. That's why he would probably think it's childish, immature, and dusty. But I'm just
That's what I was.
I
Hey,
didn't
make
get
sure
to
y'all keep
experience
liking
none
and
of that. I
commenting.
was always at home.
That's
But I still chose to do the stuff that I'm doing now.
And
it just depends on who you are. I never been to a club. I didn't go to parties like that. That was just me. You can ask my best friend. I didn't go nowhere.
And that's just
I've been consistent since high school. I ain't changed up yet. So like it just literally depends on who you are as a person, as a woman, as a man. Period. So I've never done that stuff.
But
You feel me?
But what
I ain't done it.
I agree with both of y'all, like, but that's definitely like it's definitely experience and wisdom, but it also is like
I got this, so like, yeah, y'all figure this shit out while I'm gone. Okay.
But yeah, like I understand the experience. That's why I say it's experience.
I'm crying. He literally just I ain't gonna cap. I had to go to the
I
bathroom.
didn't shut the door, but I was there.
I ain't gonna cap. I had to go to the bathroom.
But no, like it's definitely experience and stuff. But everybody is different. Like everybody's raised different, and like you said, yeah. Like when I was in college and stuff, I didn't do that just because of the people. So I made that choice. I mean, there was also like emotional like. Mental factors in it,
topic,
but yeah, that'll be another topic for a different episode. But
that's
like,
neither here nor there.
But
is what you're saying.
yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing,
Right.
and that's go for anybody, any individual. At the end of the day, only you have the decision to make the choices you make. Somebody can tell you what's right and what's wrong and give you all this type of advice, but at the end of the day, it's what you do with it. Like you're gonna either understand it or you just gonna listen. You're gonna listen to act, or you're gonna listen to understand. Like for me, like my last year as an example, I was with a woman. She was pregnant already. I was there for the birth and all this. I stayed there. I was a father. I was a father.
I remember.
I didn't make that. But I was more used to accustomed to being around children. That was the thing. But also, I was just like, in my whole mentality, I want to be a father. Like that's at the end of this day, that's my end goal is to be a father. I want to, and even if I don't have kids, like it's just like I want to make an impact on somebody's life.
Yeah.
Like that's just me. And so like me being a father, like I went through all that shit. But at the end of the day, my mindset was like, I'm gonna give this little girl the life she deserves.
That's true.
Like it's just at the end of the day, and I made that choice. Like so, it's like what you put out there is what you get and stuff like, and also people will do to you what you allow. So it's like at the end of the day, like you said, it's your choice. It's your choice.
Exactly. You choose the life that you live.
Right.
Period.
Exactly.
If you choose to go out here and have fun, kick it, so be it. Do what you do. Like me and Demilo said, we feel like twerking is childish because I've been there, I've done that. I've actually twerked, I've lived it.
Yeah,
I've done it.
But I haven't. So
yeah.
it's not childish to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't childish to you when you was doing it. So it's not childish
Because you're
to me when
having
I'm
fun,
doing
but
it.
I was a child then. But I'm 23, I'm an adult. So the way that I move now, I'm not moving as a child. I'm moving as a woman.
But then
So and I'm not saying she's any less of a woman for that. You feel me? Because I feel like she's a good woman and an intelligent woman at that period. But what I'm saying is me. I don't do that stuff anymore.
Right, because it's in your past or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's not something that I want to represent.
Because we can have this conversation 4 years from now, and I'm like, yeah, that shit is so childish. I couldn't even
Exactly.
I couldn't even Yeah.
And at the end of the day, as women, we feel like that next step, that next move, and that next stature that we want to become at or get to, there's some things that we're going to have to let go of.
Yeah, all that good shit. Yeah.
But there's things that we're going to have to let go of.
Share,
You
comment.
feel me?
Can I pause you for 1 second?
BLE Studios.
Hey guys, I guess we started from piss. Just returned from share.
And I'm about to go
Comments.
use the bathroom.
Please. Listen, man, listen. I'll tell you that Crown Royal hits your bladder. It does.
Motherfucker
Hits
hits
your
hard.
bladder, niggas.
Hey, say no to alcohol. Say no to alcohol.
Are you all right, man?
We all felt
We
all
got
felt
one
the
down.
deer lying
Make sure
down.
y'all like, share, and comment. You know, we in BLE Studios. Make sure y'all like,
We
share,
at
and comment.
BLE Studios. Somebody's
BLE
busting that shit
Studios.
going to the bathroom. I'm not gonna say too many names, but
We had bacon, lettuce, and enchilada studios, and Bree just bust her shit going to the bathroom.
yo.
Oh, man.
But no, for real, like that's.
What was I talking about? I'm sorry, I missed the
It
whole
was,
conversation.
We was talking about
just wrapping
experience
up on that
studios.
chat.
I just,
So
like,
we
just-
kind of came to the same page on that, saying if in a couple of years, if we look back on it, we're gonna be like, oh, that's childish. But I'm not. While I'm in it, I'm not gonna say that it's childish. Once I move past it, I'll say that it's childish. But right now, with me being in it and not having much experience in it, I'm not gonna say it's childish. With them having more experience in it, they believe that it's childish. So I think it's just differences in perspective.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's more about perspective than experience. But also, I also thought about this. If you talk to anybody that's like in their, like at least their late 40s,
Yeah.
like and up, they'll tell you. They'll ask you. You have a conversation. They'll ask you, how old are you? You'll be like, oh, I'm like 21, 22, 23. They're gonna be like, man, you young. You still got a whole bunch of life to live.
Right.
So it's like,
They tell
but
us
at
to
the
live
end
our
of the day, like as an individual, you gotta think like, yeah, if you a girl, you thinking like, oh yeah, I'm shaking my ass. This is cool. This is that, and all this and that. But you gotta think at a point in time. That you
It
gotta
does
think
become
it comes
dust.
mentally.
It
You gotta
does become
like
dust.
When you do
like
that
mentally.
shit.
You gotta think about it as like, okay,
Yeah.
when is this shit gonna be enough?
It's not
and
you
it's
just
like-
shaking that ass and they even paying off.
Like, bro,
You're
what's
not
up?
even
Like,
famous.
like,
Everybody, I'm back.
Somebody's favorite comparison.
But like you gotta also think about like it's like when is shit gonna be enough? It's like you also gotta think about like all the females that like are Insta famous and all this like
From
video
that,
vixen.
yeah.
From that, you gotta think about that. Like eventually that shit's gonna die down. You're not gonna make money off of that.
True.
If that's what like if
All
you
that
making
shit
your
comes
money
around.
off that, go
Yeah,
ahead.
make
Cool,
your
that's
money.
cool.
But
Make your
once it
money.
dies
But
off.
eventually that shit is gonna die
Right,
down.
so
Like,
while you're
that
in
shit
it,
is just so dusty, bro.
like
Oh,
J.
yeah.
Cole,
Fuck,
J. Cole said that in one of his songs, 1993. He was like, that shit that you thinking that's cool, that shit is not gonna be cool in a couple
While you're
years.
in it,
like that shit, like you gonna
That's just whack,
when-
nigga.
yeah,
What you
you gotta
doing?
switch, you gotta elevate. So it's like to me, like me personally, like
You
I
know what's
see
not
video,
cool?
like
Staggy pussies. That's Toriana head.
put the, it was wonderful being on here. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Can we
Hey,
do it?
see
Can
how
we
she
get
came
a-
around full
Gotta
circle?
go.
Bam! Hit you with it.
Can we get a?
I just want to know, like, why you do what I'm
Why
saying?
that pussy was stinky? I don't know.
Why
Okay,
you
what
coochie
we
strong
gonna
as fuck?
make there?
I don't know.
Damn, coochie been doing push-ups and shit.
That pussy been in a strongman competition.
I don't like that shit.
That pussy been beating up niggas.
like
Fuck you
that
talking about?
Yeah, bro.
That
Motherfucker was in the field.
Like I said,
I picked some most cotton, son.
Make sure y'all
That
share.
motherfucker grabbed my nose like nigga.
Comments.
Here, nigga, what
We
you
are
doing?
why don't you just start calling the police on bitches, bro?
Make sure
I'm
y'all
calling.
share, like,
I
and
told you, bro.
comments.
I'm
Popular
reporting
ignorance.
the bitches
Every-
immigration.
I was chasing.
Because there's no way you come
Follow
from
us on
America with
every
pussy smell like
social
that.
media insight.
I'm not rolling.
Period.
I was chasing lions and
Species
tigers.
of lions, tigers, and
I
fuckers. We
had
speak on Mike
to make
Tyson
a
already?
spear.
Did we speak on Mike Tyson?
No, we did not.
No, you did not
Hey.
speak on Mike Tyson.
Yo, so
I'm glad,
let me get
you took that route, bro. I'm
Mark
glad you took that route.
Yes,
'Cause
ma'am.
We're making it happen.
Let me get on the topic, man. So listen.
I'm
Make sure
glad
y'all
you went
keep
that route,
sharing,
D-Lo,
liking,
because I thought you was
commenting.
finna say some whole other new. I thought you was finna say some.
Some nut shit.
I thought you was finna
Nah, bro, that's next week, man. D-Lo and D-Lo, man. Check out a new sub.
No, not even that.
Oh, which
I
one?
thought you was finna say
You know
like,
what?
Cause you said speaking of what lions,
And
tigers,
tigers
and
and
bears. I
bears.
thought you was finna say something about some hairy coochie or
No,
something.
no, no.
I'm crying.
I'm glad you started talking
I
about
have
Mike
a
Tyson.
story for
This nigga finally woke
next
up.
week.
Next week, make sure you tune in every
about
Friday. Ignorant
Every Friday
Fridays,
at
Ignorant
9.
Friday.
Every
So
Friday at
At
9
9.
at BLE
New
Studios.
time, 9
Like,
p.m.
follow,
Lettuce and egg
subscribe, share,
Go ahead
do
and
all
tap
that.
in.
Tell your friends, tell your mamas, tell your aunties, tell your daddies.
Even
tell
tell your
your
grandma.
Tell that baby mama.
Tell that baby mama that might not be your baby mama.
But you got that
I'm
kid that
weak.
could be your
That
kid.
little nigga ain't
But you
mine.
ain't to that DNA test yet. Hey, guys, See, that's the she need this medicine, my nigga.
18 years.
What she do?
Taste of her medicine.
My nigga, listen. 18 years. You found out it wasn't yours, my nigga.
Got you by 18
Back on that
years.
Tyson situation. So
Yes.
if
Yeah,
y'all
back
are
to
not
Tyson.
aware of what it was, it's not real, by the way.
Low key it was. That nigga Mike Tyson hit him back up.
He said, "Stop playing with me." Basically,
That nigga said
in so
paragraph
many
and shit.
words.
Look,
That nigga Michael Blackson said, "Hey,
Would
listen,
you
I
do
don't
it?
know what you're doing.
Well, how
You
much
did-
would
was
you
it?
do it?
What
You
you
did
doing?
BC.
if they paid you to marry
Tell
his
the
daughter,
people
would you do
what
it?
happened.
How much?
Wow.
It was like about he'll give you like $5 million or some crazy number
Yeah.
like that if you marry
It was
his
7
daughter.
figures.
Oh, 10 M's if you marry that big bitch.
So for 10 years, but you
Would
get 10 million. So a
would
million a
you do
year.
If I had to marry her for 10 years?
A million a year. What'd you do?
No, you had to marry her. It wasn't for 10 years,
A
nigga. You had
million?
to. You
For
had
10
to-
years, my nigga. You
Yeah,
married 10 years,
yeah.
a million a year.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
23. So yeah,
What?
yeah,
33 when you done. What you gonna
Hey,
do?
that's okay.
Look.
I think I'm the oldest
I'm-
one on the
Here,
podcast.
here's the thing.
What you gonna do? What y'all gonna do?
I'm
Talk to
marrying
me.
that bitch.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I'm gonna go and take that time.
Oh, we got
I'm
serious.
sorry, I'm gonna have
not
to pass on that.
Committing
I'm
to
passing on
anything
that.
I don't
That
want to
shit
be a
is-
part of.
No, I'm passing on that because here's the
My
thing.
nigga,
Look,
10 years?
yeah,
That's 10
I'm
years.
passing on
I'm
that.
33.
Look, it takes one
I'm gonna
argument.
be looking the best I've looked in my life. I'm not gonna use 10 years to get right on these hoes.
It
Watch.
takes
I'm gonna
one
be 34.
argument. That nigga gonna be out. He gonna be at the front door with a
Mike
fucking
Tyson
spoon in
whooping
the
your
fucking with a
ass.
fork in the knife.
Wow.
Goddamn.
All you
That
gotta
nigga's like,
listen.
that nigga. Well,
Y'all must hear what
I'm
I
not
said
dating no
earlier. It's a weight
female.
limit.
Nah. That if that nigga
It's
could-
2 something to do something, but you over 2 something, you trying to fight something, my nigga. Listen, 200 is the
Nah.
weight limit. I
Nah,
got
I'm
200, I
good.
got
But you,
pop
but
your
you
fucking
said,
legs.
See,
but you
this
say
ain't
you
even-
get $1 million a year.
I'm not fucking over nothing, bitch. Do what you want.
Like, bro, fuck, I'm
Nah,
marrying
fuck
that
that.
big bitch.
Nah.
I'm here.
Nah.
I'm just here.
That gonna fuck me up? Hell no. Fuck no.
Why not?
No.
Bro,
No.
look,
No.
all you gotta do
No.
is marry the bitch.
No.
Listen,
10
all you,
years?
listen, all you gotta do is marry the bitch and then get one of your friends
said,
that
10
fuck
mil.
fat bitches to tag the bitch. So that way you got a reason to
Get
get
it.
divorced.
Get a divorce and get all the money.
Yes.
So look, I was
Look.
promised that.
Rashard like fat bitches. I'll pay my nigga Rashard
Rashard don't.
50 bands.
He only fucked with one plus size girl and she wasn't even that big. No, that's a lie.
Rashard.
She said no.
I need to
That's
answer.
a lie.
We gonna get Rashard on the show. He gonna have to
My
explain
bad,
himself.
Rashard.
I need the names, Rashard. I need the names, nigga. I need the
They
names.
wasn't extra like
Oh.
they wasn't.
So what's extra big?
So Rashard, I come at you with that 50
bands.
bands.
His belly is fat.
No,
He
that's
don't
not
fuck with
facts.
Fat. He don't
I'm
fuck with
not rolling,
anything.
yo.
No,
over
that's not
150
facts, man.
pounds.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Shad.
I'm not. Yeah.
Shad, if you watching, I'm gonna marry Mike Tyson's daughter. Give me a couple months.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna come at you with 50 bands to tag her for me.
I feel
Nigga
like-
said 50. Oh shit, 50. Goddamn.
Like nigga, we
I
gonna.
feel like that's
nigga, we,
beyond
Look
this.
what
Like,
you
look,
doing.
Rashad, we gonna give you some fucking stills so that way
I
we
give
can,
you-
we can look
I
like
tell you
twins,
what,
goddamn.
I
We
tell
know
you
you on
what.
the short side,
I tell you
goddamn.
what, Rashard, I give you 50 bands and 5 boxes of blacks.
God
All
damn.
boxes of black.
Serious.
I got
That nigga, look, that nigga at home thinking like, damn, that's a deal right there.
I give you 50 bands and 10
Oh,
boxes
alright,
of blacks.
I'm back.
actually.
I'm back.
Nigga,
Wow.
50 bags and 10 boxes of blacks, nigga.
Somebody named DeMarcus Medlock said, "Where y'all from?"
DeMarcus
City,
Medlock.
KC Mo.
Hey man, KCMO.
You know what I'm saying, man? Killer City, the
It's
illest
a town,
city.
man. Come on, man. Say, hey, man, I don't think you heard this, man. Say that again, cuz.
Hey, Shad, if you watching, bro, get up with me, bro. Cause what I'm
We
gonna
gonna get
do,
your ass on the. We gonna get your ass.
cause
on
what
the
I'm gonna
podcast.
do is I'm gonna marry Mike
Kansas
Tyson's
City,
daughter,
Missouri.
me,
I feel like
and
that's
your
hella
dog.
We're from Kansas City, Kansas.
The fact that
No,
if
we
it
not.
was real that he's offering his daughter up for an amount of money, I feel like that's hella degrading.
I mean, like, shit.
That's
That
hella
is-
I want
degrading.
grandkids,
If
damn
my,
it.
Fancy your
I'm
mom.
not, I don't get me wrong. I don't look like her. I
Mike
look better
Tyson
than her,
come.
bro.
Mike Tyson coming through. You gonna
Say it
marry my
again,
daughter and you gonna
Marquesha.
give her
Say it
Nigga,
baby.
you Mike Tyson, what you really gonna do?
If
Say it
he hit
again.
me with the grandkids, ooh, I'll have to. I
I
gotta back out
want
of that.
grandkids, nigga.
Nah, I can't do that.
It's Mike Tyson. What you gonna say?
I want the babies.
Like,
Like,
not
Man, listen.
But I'm like,
I know you said that you're not gonna marry my daughter for 12 years, but
you
listen,
over there and say that. Oh shit.
you gonna marry my daughter or will?
I want grandbabies. God damn it.
I think that's I think that was if it's real. I think it's hella degrading because
Well, your daughter gotta pay somebody.
If I'm ugly,
your daddy gotta
Your
pay
daddy gotta come out there and
If I'm
pop.
ugly, I can't be mad at my mom.
But that's
Put me
different.
in your auction.
But that is embarrassing though,
That's
because
hella
it's like
embarrassing because you're not getting the money. So you're asking somebody to give them $10 million to marry me. Now if I
$10
offer,
million.
if I
it's your
offer,
parent.
it's your parent. That's hella disrespectful.
Wow.
I would feel sick if my mama thought I was that ugly and fat to
Like,
where she
dude.
needs to put me out on auction. I would
Hit
feel
the share button.
hella bad about
Like,
myself.
y'all make sure y'all
subscribe,
keep
follow.
hitting that share button.
Definitely. Tap that share button, follow.
Blow the
Yo,
back
y'all
off
keep
that.
fuck that
Like
shit, but
Blow the back off that.
Blaze that motherfucker.
Blaze that bitch, you hear me?
On a beat.
What we say earlier, my nigga?
You know where it's
That
at.
baby mama, it might not be your baby mama.
Well,
God,
even
damn.
share with your grandma, your great
Ooh,
grandma.
I got an even better topic. What about
Oh,
the
me.
nigga
We gonna be here every Friday.
cereal?
Every ignorant Friday.
Every Friday we get super dumb
Ignorant Friday.
in this motherfucker.
Stay tuned. There's gonna
So
be
make sure
merch
y'all
coming out.
keep
But very
keep
smart at
tapping
the
into
same
the
time.
page. Make sure y'all keep liking. Make sure y'all keep commenting and shit, cause we wouldn't be here without y'all.
We appreciate
Exactly.
And y'all
We're
been
trying to get to 1K.
and y'all been tapping. So
Tia
keep
said, "Oh no, Montel with the lips."
So much like a Mike Tyson impersonation. But nah, man, listen, we at BLE Studios, man. Keep liking, keep sharing.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all want to be a special, if y'all want to be a special
Three
guest,
Make sure y'all hit them up.
Exactly.
if y'all want to if y'all want to be a special guest on our show, make sure y'all hit up the
Email
page.
me and let
or
me
hit
know
us
or
up- hit us
inbox
up
me
personally.
personally.
I could get you in there. I could just tap in with me. I could
Or
do that
if y'all
for you.
have
Oh,
any
God.
topics that y'all would like
Tatiana
to hear
said
us
she's trying to
talk
be on there.
about. Because, I mean, we really be up here, not for real, we don't free ball all the time,
My
but,
nigga, listen.
you know, throw something at us so we can
Quay,
talk.
don't lie to these people. Listen, my nigga, listen, hey. We winging this shit. Be all the way real with you.
We making this shit.
At first hit a whiteboard.
This is just flowing. We just
It's just
flowing.
Quay, I want to know is you enjoying your time?
Oh, for sure. Y'all are hella entertainment.
We're trying to get to 1,000
BLE
views.
Studios.
BLE.
BLE.
Ladies and Gelada Studios.
Tap
Come on,
in.
man.
BLE Studios.
Y'all know where we at.
On popular ignorant.
y'all
Hey, can we
know.
take a break? Hold on, wait. Stop real quick.
Ignorant.
Stop. Look around. Look at it.
Plush.
Beautiful. Look at the seats.
Sensational.
Beautiful guy.
Nice. Look at the soundboard.
Extraordinary.
Alpaca hair.
You look good.
Alpaca.
If I do say so myself, if I do say,
Smile real quick. Yeah, that is you.
I'm dead. Hey, he sound like my uncle. He sound like my uncle.
He get on there. And he tell them girls.
Well, of course he do. My uncles are funny. Hey, shout out my Uncle Duke and my uncle.
Hey, we got
my
a comment.
Uncle Ryan. Them are my niggas. They are
Marquise
funny.
Jones said, "First, I'm not doing it because it's Mike Tyson. You and her get in arguments. That nigga probably taught her
He
that.
gonna fuck
right
you
hook,
up.
and I'll be damned if I knock by a woman. I'm her and her daddy because who he is. LOL. That's crazy.
I felt
Fuck
it.
no,
y'all heard what Jody
that's
said.
what I'm serious though.
Popped off
Like
red.
that's what as
know
far
what I'm
as
I'm
I'm
not
not even worried about the dollar. Like
Come
fuck.
on, what you doing?
Like I mean she like bitch I can weave and all that
Bob
shit.
and
You know
weave,
yeah
look.
like
Woo.
weave nigga like weave. But her
Looks like
daddy
a
on the other
weave on my
hand,
head.
fuck no I
Man,
can't.
y'all heard what baby boy
Montel.
said. I got
Bobby
heat for
Lee.
niggas like you.
Oh my.
And that's just what it is.
Nigga,
Call for your mom
I'm
now.
not about
nigga.
to play with you.
I'm not about to try to call for your mom.
This bitch old 50. You
I'm
dig?
not fighting you, bro.
You gonna feel me on that
Fuck no.
too.
And Mike Tyson is bitch on 50. Like I said.
This bitch hold 50.
Nigga, listen. Mike, I love you. I love what you did for the culture, but you play with me, hey.
That nigga over there.
Marquise,
What you
I'll
gonna do with
weed
that
the
gun?
Black Power
What you gonna do
sign.
with that gun?
It's time to make you in.
Hey, Montel, Shania Johanna Rodriguez said,
Sing ya.
Montel
With the lisp. With the lippy lisp.
So we got the Mike Tyson list on
What's
there.
that?
Listen, man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Listen, guys. All right, man. Listen. Before we get out of here, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Y'all got 14. Don't get out of here.
Ooh.
We gonna keep going, man. Fuck it. We good.
What is something else that, okay, I'm
Matter
talking
of fact,
to
I feel
Dawn.
like
What
we
is something
had-
y'all want to talk about?
Speaking
I want to talk about flaws.
Don't.
1 second. Hold on.
We'll talk about
Marquasia
Dawn.
brought a subject up to me earlier this week.
Boys will be boys.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Exactly.
What is that supposed to
Come on,
What does
sis,
that mean?
elaborate.
I want to
what you
elaborate
mean.
on that. Exactly.
So
Bingo.
usually when you hear the
Eliminator,
saying
The term.
Eliminator.
yeah,
There you go.
boys will be boys. It usually relates into a boy doing something inappropriate or outlandish, and then they just slap that boys will be boys on there. So if he gropes a woman in a bar, it was like, well, boys will be boys.
You know that's a man.
Yeah, you know he's a
Double
man.
standard.
He can't. So it's like there is this that label gives men the inability to be able to control themselves, or to tell them that they don't have to because you're a boy. You'll be a boy.
Double standards.
Hypocrisy and double standards within that sentence.
So listen, this is my whole thing, man. Listen, I done been to
Go
plenty
ahead,
bars, plenty clubs. Well, I'm not gonna fake with y'all. I ain't been to Mike's club because I don't do the club shit. Too many motherfuckers around me, I'm fuck around, piece off one of you niggas.
No, for real
But-
though. They be bumping and shit. Like,
Exactly. Watch out. You don't want me too. Like, why you being disrespectful? Because I'm gonna slap you. Stop playing with me. But
Whoa,
I feel like white women and black women, like, equally be on bullshit in clubs and bars. Like, y'all be grabbing niggas and taking their hats and shit like that. Oh, put this on. Bitch, what you
I ain't
doing?
never took a nigga hat. I know
Relax.
it's sweaty. I know it's sweaty. I just know it got that brim of just
That-
sweat.
that-
I am dead.
Because
Right
you
there.
know, yeah,
Oh,
it's just.
that area.
Ugh.
But now I feel like y'all be doing like the most. Like, I done had women rope me in bars. Like, bitch, relax. Like,
True.
all that kind of shit. I feel as if it needs to be
It's a double standard.
it's a double standard with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Me as a man, I can't come out and say, oh, woman broke me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pussy, like what? Shut
Like
the fuck
Terry,
up.
Crews, like Terry Crews when he came
Hold
out
on,
and said
wait.
he got.
I want to hear how D-Lo say that shit again. Say it. I said this.
No, I want to hear D-Lo.
Grope me.
I just want to hear D-Lo say stupid.
Stupid hell I am dead.
There it is.
I would say I can agree with you on that double standard, but that's okay. So that's like in the subject of like people will say, well, people who claim false rape need to go to jail just as much as people who commit the actual crime themselves. But how many people? Because people will say, well, if she's accusing him of course, I think that if you accuse somebody of rape and they never did that to you, you should of course be punished. But can we start by punishing the people who are actually doing that crime? Because we don't have enough people. There's still the boys will be boys standard is way larger. I'm not saying that it's insignificant that it happens to men, but it's way larger within the group of men towards women than it is the women towards men.
And the men that do it, they get off with.
They get
6
off
months.
with
Yeah, just like when men say hoes will be hoes.
And they'll say that hoes will be
So I
hoes.
couldn't blame Tammy.
I'm crying.
Don't blame that bitch.
I'm crying.
So I think there's something to where I would like to see more men stand in that. If you have a friend and you know he's that kind, like that
What do you mean
you
that
know,
Say something
that-
like that.
Rapist?
not a rapist. I won't say a
Elaborate.
rapist because I won't say he's
Elaborate on that.
actually forced himself upon somebody, but he's that real consistent dude. He always has to be in a girl's face all
If
night.
he-
He'll follow her.
if he's
or he'll
doing something
touch
that
her
he
or
knows
he'll
he-
rub her.
if he-
And he has male friends that are with him.
He
who
just
won't-
thirsty. When
thirsty as fuck, yeah. And nobody ever says anything to him about it. So it's like I don't ever see. I know if my friend is doing too much, I'm like, bitch, you need to relax for real. I'm quick to tell my bitch to like cut the fuck out.
That's the people you hang around. Like people
talking about that earlier.
Like if you doing shit that like if you're around somebody and they're doing shit that's like fucking like shady or just like doing the fucking most. If that person, if you truly my friend, tell me.
Tell me, yeah.
Be like, hey, you doing the fucking most.
bro,
You need to chill the
geeking,
fuck
bro.
out. Yeah,
A
you
real
need to chill.
friend gonna tell you
You
the
need to
truth.
chill. You need to chill the
True.
fuck out. Like if you don't got nobody in your life that is there to check you,
Right.
they really don't fuck with you like that.
Right.
Like there's cause like the people that I fucked with was like if I'm doing something wrong, check my ass. If
Well,
you don't
yo,
like the
hey,
shit,
what you
if you
doing?
don't like the shit I'm doing, check my ass.
What are you doing?
Exactly. It's just like what are you doing?
On me,
But
straight
if
up,
you
straight
just
up
allowing
tell me.
if you allowing the shit to happen, just like the like I don't mean to break like just like the R. Kelly shit. Like they all the
They
little
allow
all
it
the
to
little
happen.
girls. Where the fuck your parents at? Like I
Not even so
understand,
much the
yeah, it's
parents,
wrong.
but
I
there
understand
is
he's
that
wrong,
much
but like
My nigga,
they have
exactly.
parents. It's like you
Peep
see this shit. Why you letting your kid going around with
My
this
nigga,
motherfucker?
Are
Don't
you
do
Going
it,
down?
man.
letting your
Shit like that.
kids
Hear
be
me out.
disrespected and defiled in a way such as that?
If my mama heard that somebody was, even if it's a rumor, even if it's just a slight of, she would have never, she's like, nah. you can't go over there alone.
Ain't no way in
we won't
fuck.
be
My mama
over
don't
there.
play
Ain't
that
no way
shit.
in
Yeah,
fuck.
but it's like people, when it comes to R. Kelly, people had that blind eye up. It's a whole
Yeah.
other subject. They had that blind eye up.
You meet
because he
you
was
can
such
meet
an
a person.
amazing-
A person can come into
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
life.
They remember
Like
trapped
boys
in the
with boys,
closet.
Huh?
Do you think that falls under the category of boys with boys, like the R. Kelly situation? I feel like that's taken. That's a whole
I think
different
so.
like ballpark, whole different game.
I
You know
think,
what
but
I'm
I think it still falls under that same thing because
saying? Elaborate as of how.
because he was a young man. They're like, well, he's young and he's handsome
Fuck
and
that R.
he's
Kelly like
rich.
50, nigga.
But
Fuck
Sex offender don't
now
have an
he
age.
is. But during that time, he was 21.
You like back
Dog was-
Yeah,
Dog
when it
like
was
30.
really happening.
Gotcha,
When it was really happening.
Dog was like 30.
When it
That
was.
fucking Aaliyah at 14.
Yeah, black
Yeah.
don't crack,
I'm married
but
to
that
her.
don't mean that they ain't sex offenders.
Yeah.
Forged the marriage certificate and some more shit, my nigga. That's why I seen on the.
So
R.
I
Kelly
feel like it falls under that category because he was like, oh well, he's younger, he's handsome, he's rich, he's got money, he's famous. So I mean, just
Yeah.
and that's what he does. That's his
And
business.
for Aaliyah didn't
Boys
even
will
get
be
the
boys.
chance to
It
share
kind
her
of got
story.
thrown
That's
in that, but in a celebrity stance, like celebrities don't get faulted for as much as for what they do as.
I feel like
I think that I think that
Celebrities.
I think that falls on
depends.
everybody. Like for me, it's
The
just
main
like
celebrities do.
like I hate how like in our generation today, it's always got to be like nobody really wants to think about like the whole
Make sure
entire
you like
story.
sharing.
Like they'll see it, they see it, they'll
You
see
want it,
it.
sis. I'm
Something
proud of
to
you.
get
Hurt a blank spot to make sure y'all share.
They'll see a clip or like
Tap
a
in,
title
like,
saying
share,
such and
subscribe.
such, and they automatically assume
All
like
platforms.
like okay, like when they brought up like when Trayvon Martin got killed by George Zimmerman, they try to make it a whole race thing.
Yeah.
But really,
Like,
it was just like I mean, it was a race thing, but it was just like think about when he got off, people was mad, but it was just like y'all trying to make it more black and white and try to simplify the fucking matter. Think about the whole entire story. That
Think
shit was
about
just more than just black. Like that's what I don't like about the generation now. Everything is just
Think
black and
about
white.
that.
It
No,
always
ain't
has
nobody
to
even
do.
think
But
about
like
the fucking
it
law that
does.
got
Like
him
some
off.
instances does, but other than that, most of the time it's just like it's more than
Because
that.
they didn't even think about the
Like,
law that got him off. The stand your ground that should be eliminated,
Exactly.
terminated. Like with the Aaron
What do you mean?
Hernandez
What do you
situation.
mean as far as like saying your ground should be terminated?
Speak on that.
If the stand your ground law is if somebody threatens you or you feel threatened in any way, I think we have that law here in Missouri. You can shoot and kill them and say that
What they
you're
say,
threatened.
So you saying okay?
you have the
I'm
right.
motherfucking threatened.
You have the right. You have the right to defend
And I gonna
yourself.
pop my trunk.
You do.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
you kill them,
well, you got
then
the right
it's
to
under the stand
blow
your
their
ground
head
law.
out.
That's how he got off.
That's why it's
because
legal to
he
carry a
felt
weapon without a license.
right because he felt threatened because George Zimmerman felt threatened in that moment. He was able to kill Trayvon Martin and get off because in Florida they have that law.
He felt threatened by the color of his skin.
Yeah, so it's
Not to mention that it's Florida.
Florida.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
With
the
all
dude-
these-
all
Florida
the
had many
retired
shootings
white
like
folk.
that though. Like they had many shootings like that where it was
You
just
talking
like
about
they had
Trayvon
like
Martin?
strength
You
and
talking
stand your ground
about
law.
Trayvon
Right, and it's
Like,
like yeah.
you
So
can
we're
you can literally step out your car and somebody like cuts you off or something. You step out of your car and you just like you stupid motherfucker. That motherfucker shoot you. You can
And-
get off
And
with
then
that.
he can easily
all
say,
All
well,
because
So
all,
if we're so
all
focused
because
on
that.
he can. It'll be after that. It'll be he said, she said, but it'll be more he said because
Yeah,
you're
'cause you're
dead.
dead.
You can't speak for yourself.
And we're so
and you got a
focused on
camera.
the
You got a
fact that
camera. All they
George
see you.
Zimmerman-
All they see you is being the aggressor.
right.
And then
Yeah.
he pulling
And-
his shit. So it's like we don't know what the fuck was all
yeah,
said.
and all he got killed for was a brisk and some Skittles.
Yeah,
You
so
feel me?
I mean,
So
that's real
it
shit, though.
just
Like,
depends.
So
it
she
just
that's what he
depends
was
on
saying
it.
about not making it so black and white with everything. So what's further past that? Like Aaron Hernandez
uniform on everything.
when he
Killed his friend.
when he killed his when he killed himself, he thought if your thing was still pending or in trial, then if you die during that what is it called when you go
Process.
for parole? Yeah, we can go for parole if you die within that process, it gets exonerated. But they changed that law after he died.
He did that so his daughter
So
could
he-
be left with all that money.
But it
That's
never
how that
ended up
was.
happening because they didn't change the law. Because when it's in the hands of taking someone
Government.
down, like taking someone big down or taking someone of color down, then it's okay. We wanna change those laws. But
Gotta
when
move
it's
the point.
to get
Right.
Zimmerman off, then we kept that law. So
Yeah.
it's like we're so focused on race Y'all ain't even worried about the laws that are created
And
within our town.
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
I feel
Speak
though,
on
but
that.
hold on, I feel like it's kind of contradictory
ma'am.
because Zimmerman was Mexican.
Hispanic.
But I meant a person.
But
I said
even
a person
that-
of power and color.
Hispanic. I almost say something.
To me,
I saved
to
you,
me
Miss
though,
Brown.
we're
almost say
like,
something.
as
Go
a
ahead and sip your drink.
as a people, we're quick to assumptions. Like for me, I don't like when I see a topic or a trending thing. I want the full story before I make my judgment. Like with the whole Kareem Hunt situation, after he got that whole domestic violence shit and he got fired, and people was pissed off. They was like, "Oh, they doing this. It's a white girl. She said this and that." And it's like, hold on, we didn't get the full story.
Right.
Yeah, but
Like-
you also gotta
like, we
remember
didn't-
how many times that Caucasian people have built a case against us African Americans.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
then
easy.
again,
A
at
lot
the
of cases.
but then
A
again,
lot
it's
of
like
cases.
at the end of the day, if you're in that person, if you're a person with a platform, you got to think about it. It's like what you got more to lose out of anybody that's in this fucking.
That's true, but you also got more to gain.
That's a mental thing. So it's like
But you also got more to gain too.
yeah, but then again, it's just like you gotta like if I go out here and be ignorant, like
Like
what am I
another-
losing? Like you gotta.
But
think,
it doesn't matter
It comes
how
down
you-
to weighing it.
It
Like,
doesn't matter about
Another-
your intelligent or your intellect, because at the end of the day, us black people
Are
are always
targets.
going to
Another
targets
example
as
of that
ignorant
is
or
Allen
as
Iverson.
violent or as hostile.
Oh,
you
It
gotta
doesn't,
carry
it
yourself.
doesn't matter
It's all
because of
about
the
how you
color of
carry
our
yourself.
skin.
But why do we
the
have
color
to
of our
carry
skin is
ourselves
always
outside
gonna
of a
be
way that we
Because
normally
that's what they're
carry?
expecting you to
But
do.
that's what I'm saying. That expectation needs to be changed. Allen Iverson came on the scene and he wanted to be himself. On and off the court, he wanted to be himself. They would not allow him to do that because it wasn't the norm. We need to flip that expectation.
It wasn't popular.
And make it to where what we wear on our normal day-to-day and the way that we act is acceptable behavior. It's not looked at as ghetto and foolish. And when he got into that fight with them people at that bowling alley,
or a part
it was
of
called,
what's in.
it was called, they was grouped in and looked at as a mob, but it was just two groups of people fighting and they got their ass whooped.
Period.
But when you're black and you're against white people and they lose and you win, then it's looked at as dangerous, scary. Why are we
Or
the
racist.
or the why are we the set for scary, dangerous, rapist,
Aggressive.
Or
scary,
hood or ghetto.
Everything we do is ghetto until
But that's-
anybody else does it, and that's not fair to us.
It's not because at the end of the day, there are a lot of black people who are mature, who are very classical, who are very intellectual, who are intelligent, who are very cultural, who are very nice, who are very sweet, who are very humble.
Yeah, I just
It
gotta
just
let you
depends
know.
on the type of person that
Your
who
edges
you
is
are.
laid as fuck.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
gotta,
sis.
you gotta.
No.
My nigga, speaking of late edges, my nigga, we can save another fucking episode, guys.
An episode.
Let me tell
Sorry.
y'all.
Hit you up with it all razzle dazzle like that.
Oh,
but,
razzle dazzle.
my
Make
nigga,
sure
listen.
y'all tap in.
It's episode
Who's on
fucking
the
3.
fingers?
Look,
Like, share,
Razzle
follow.
dazzle.
Quaver.
My
Get
nigga,
us
this
to
is
1,000
episode
views.
3.
Little
Get us
razzle
to
dazzle.
1,000 views.
To 1,000 fucking views, guys. Share this to that
Exactly.
baby mama. It might not be
We
your
trying
baby
to get
mama.
more.
Your
But
grandma,
you still
your great
like
grandma,
her.
your
Hit
great
us- hit us up
your
if you're
mama,
trying to get on this
your
motherfucker.
daddy.
Facts.
You
Yo,
know.
guys,
It's
hit
time
us.
to go get high. You do what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Hello, my name is
Guys,
Tyrone.
big
Hi,
facts.
Tyrone.
Guys, it's episode 3.
Episode 3.
Popular ignorance, man.
Episode 3.
Ignorant
Hey,
Friday,
it was-
man.
hey,
Like,
Our
follow.
special guest.
It was
That's
real
our
Hey,
special
can
guest.
we read this one comment
Talk
from
to Mom.
Sia? She said, I'm out of here. Y'all funny as hell. I love y'all like for real. I'm glad you guys are all in good health and doing y'all thing. Keep it up. Montel, keep the positive person you are. D-Lo, keep posting your booty eating statuses. Quasia and Bree, keep
like
being
that.
the female voice in the group. Okay, Razzle Dazzle. And D'Angelo, keep being the charismatic character that you are. When y'all want some Hispanics intellect up in here for sure.
We love you, Senya.
There, let me know. All
Let me know,
love,
man. Let me
like,
know when
share,
you're available,
comment,
man.
turn on that notification bell. Make sure y'all follow
Senior, we
Sue
got
the
you,
Senior.
period, sis.
Make sure y'all follow, share, turn on that notification so y'all can tap in as soon as
Why
we
you
get
talk to
live.
it? Tell him, man. I ain't gotta say shit.
Talk that shit.
Make sure
Talk
you
that
tap, tap, tappity, tap,
Yeah,
tap.
blow
And
the
make
back
sure
off that
y'all, make sure
motherfucker.
y'all add,
Blaze that
add us
motherfucker.
so we can let
Don't
y'all know.
Mark,
fuck
shout
with
proud, sis.
Listen, I was made for this. I was born for this. I'm
Right.
too
Sis, you better speak
Where we
that.
at, y'all?
Speak
We
it.
at, you know, we at,
BLE
we at.
Studios.
Facts.
Oh, take a look.
Look at this beauty.
BLE.
Look at it.
Take a look.
BLE.
Feel the seats. Feel the
Popular
seats.
ignorance, man. Hey, make sure y'all
What
tune
is
in.
this made out of?
Beautiful, guys.
Alpaca.
Make sure y'all tune in next week. I'm gonna have my boy Ape Gang B. He gonna be in this motherfucker. We gonna be previewing all types of music and all type of good shit like that. We gonna be shit talking and all that.
And we gonna be
shit.
even more ignorant. We just gonna get better and better every episode.
Man, everybody
better,
leave your goddamn hashtags,
More
everybody leave their
comfortable,
socials,
more
everything they
open,
can
more
find you at,
ignorant.
please let them know. Brianna, where you at?
We on Ignorant Friday. That's where
No,
I'm
no, no,
at.
I'm saying, where do your social
That's
media?
where I'm
My
at.
social media is
We
Brianna
made
Samuels
yourself.
on Facebook and Instagram. Follow me at _harmony_.
Bingo. Quay, where you at?
Alright, make sure y'all add me on Facebook, Marquesha Grant, MARQUASHA,
your
last
other
name
page?
Grant. And make sure y'all add me on Snapchat, Quaisha, QUAAASHA. That's 4 A's for y'all. You know, stay loud, because I'll be back. I will be back.
D-Lo, where you at, buddy? Where you at?
Man, I mean, I'm really, you know, I can't really tell you where I'm really at. But y'all, man,
Allegedly.
man, but y'all know where to find me. Y'all know where to find me at, man. Y'all know the handle on Facebook, D-Lo G. I'm finna be unblocked. You do what I'm saying? So I'll be back. I'll be on my D-Lo Money page. You know what I'm saying? But y'all already on it. Don't even worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can follow me on Instagram at @thereal_D-Lo. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, I be lit. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
He'll have his chair back next week.
Hey, yo, man, Montel, tell them where you at, man. Social
Definitely.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter at Montelberry. Add me on Facebook at Montelberry. Also, hit me up if you need logos, flyers, anything design.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We're gonna have merch.
Go ahead,
We're gonna
out
have
there.
we're gonna have merch coming soon. Also, if you need music videos, any type of videos, films, fucking pictures, hit my sister up, T.K or Ty Berry on Facebook.
Yes.
Hit her up. She's cold with it.
And
Oh,
before we check out, me, B, and Lou, y'all know we got a music video about to drop. You do what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like and share.
But don't worry about it.
More
The
shares.
video done and shit, but when it drop, it's gonna be on here. We gonna preview it and all that good shit. In the meantime,
Make
you
sure
know, we
y'all
just gonna
like,
keep
share,
working.
comment
You
on
do what
that
I'm saying?
shit too.
Facts, man.
Hey, it's been real. Thank y'all for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? We
Like,
at BLE Studios.
Get us to
Ignorance episode 3,
1K.
man.
Episode
Catch us next week, bitch.
1K and counting. 1K and counting.
Make sure y'all tap in next week, man. We out.
Exactly.
Cut, print, beautiful guys. Dino Mike.
Love y'all. Subscribe.